Fuck off unless you're about your paper.
I've been hearing storms down by the shore. Pirates in the port of paradise. Hey, ruined mariners marinated, swinging one north with their heads bigger sore. Viscera and gore in paradise. Pirates in the bay, taking what they may. Yarn and gold aboard, what decorates indoors. Taking home decor. Please not a word more. It's the pirates of paradise. Ah! Ah!
No. Okay, we're back.
Okay, we've returned.
So the horse shit we're getting out of the way.
Okay, so Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith is a strange dude. He makes all right music. I like some of his songs a lot. The rest of them are kind of F for me. But like the thing I want to say about Jaden Smith is that he looks weird. The thing he's doing, I don't know if you've seen him. Like John, have you seen what he looks like right now?
I can imagine it. You know, he's like.
I'll pull up an image and I'll describe it.
He's like black, skinny.
Yeah.
Hair. Probably has
Oh
a
no,
bullshit
yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah. Yes, that's mostly it. But like, what am I trying to say? He's got a grill, but like not like one of the grills that makes it look like you whack teeth.
Oh shit! Is it the pink one?
Yeah.
Oh
no, and his eyebrows are.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's this
Yeah.
There's this Instagram model that he reminds me of called Ugly Worldwide. I think. I'll see if I can find her page. Shit, I can't spell ugly for shit because I never use it to describe myself. That's why. Shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's still great. I was. Yeah. No. Literally, if you just go to Ugly Worldwide, like her profile photo, that's like a cartoon caricature of her, looks like him. Please, I implore you to do that. It's so fucking good. I think Oh, Quara'e, you're muted. Quara'e, you muted yourself.
There we go. My bad.
Yeah.
The moral. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Did you pull that up? Did you pull that up? Did you see that?
Oh yeah. I did. It was hilarious.
Okay, good.
It's
I
very.
didn't get any of your reaction.
I
thought your reaction might just be stunned at how fucking accurate it is.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah. It is very accurate. Like Jaden Smith, oh boy, his hair is weird.
He burnt his eyebrows off cooking meth on a stove.
They're like dyed skin color. They're dyed to his skin color or something. Yeah. Like and it's because like if he had pink eyebrows too, maybe it would be fine. Or not fine, but it would be way less bad.
I definitely don't think it's as good of a look as the like bleach blonde hair that everybody else is doing.
Oh no, it's definitely a worse look than that. Like I don't like it. I don't like it when I feel like some people's like their look is like they try to remove things that let you know when they're moving their face.
Oh yeah, that's such a big problem because you can fuck with everything but your face. I feel like the reason most people have a problem with face tattoos is not that they're like near your like head and neck, but like the fact that like they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't be able to like tell you why, but it's because it like puts their face into the uncanny valley because you can't read their emotions as well.
Yeah, your face is
like an interrogator or something, or like a police, like a police investigator. I would tattoo the fuck out of my face.
Oh, definitely. It'd be like
some other person couldn't read my emotions.
Oh, like some ancient warrior shit. Yeah. Like your face isn't just like the problem with face tattoos is not at all like it's not like just that area of your body. It's that your face is a communication platform.
Yeah.
It's like he broke his TV. It's like you broke your TV. And now you can't watch your TV.
Oh, is he fucking Tyler the Creator? He might be fucking Tyler the Creator.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Good for you. Whatever.
Yeah, good for you,
But for
Jason.
sure, get a different look, cause
Oh yeah,
I don't want.
yeah. Get
I want it to be ambiguous, like who's the top in that situation. But
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty clear.
also at the same time, oh, and he's also real young. Like, how old's Jaden Smith? I feel like he's a year younger than me.
Oh no. Jaden Smith is a year older than us.
Oh, okay. Still, but
Yeah,
like
yeah. He's like as old as
thereabouts.
Mike.
But like, what
Oh yeah.
taking off the eyebrows takes off a year.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Oh no, he's 20. So yeah.
Yeah,
He's like a year and change older than me, but
yeah.
he's 5'7". So
Oh yeah.
I went to the doctor
Wait,
for
he's 5'7"?
yeah,
That's
he's five
short.
seven.
But yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. We've talked about this I think in private before, but like girls
Mhm.
always blow up like their height cuz like any girl who's like over 5'5" thinks she's 6'5".
Oh, that's for
So
sure
like
true.
my last girlfriend told me you can't be 5'9" because I was like I'm 5'9" and I'm just cool with that because that's what the doctor
Yeah.
always tells me. And
Yeah.
they were like, oh, you can't be 5'9" because I'm 6 foot. I'm like, fuck, I guess that makes me like 6'4". All right. But
Oh yeah.
oh boy, that also really fucks me up. No, okay, because like I feel like everybody's significant other will at least like it's kind of like if you give like bad head, you're gonna tell the person that they're doing a great job so that they keep doing it and get better. So it's like, oh no, you're tall and you have a fat dick. But then once I'm like, oh, I'm not 6'4", I'm like, well, I have no other frame of reference, so no, I just have a fat dick. I'll keep going with that. I'll go with that assumption is true until a doctor tells me otherwise.
hmm
The part of your doctor's appointment where they fluff you and then pull out a like a warm tape measure.
Award? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, your other thing. Unless you
Oh,
have
I was gonna say
any
my.
more shit to talk on Jaden Smith.
Oh no, it's just that he looked like so like he looked very good before. Like before he looked like a normal dude, and
He
now he
looks like
doesn't
the
look like a
mole on
person.
my neck.
But like even like 6 months ago, he looked really normal. Or like, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say I haven't before yesterday. I hadn't smoked weed in like 11 days, which was interesting, just because I wanted to see what my relationship to that substance was, and it's not. It's like generally like for me, substances aren't a need; they're just like really dope when they're there, and it seems like that's the case, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have the same. I mean, I feel like if you don't have the question, like, is this a problem right now? Well, first of all, I feel like if you have to ask the question, is it a problem? It probably is a little bit. Like, you're probably overdoing it to a degree. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but, like,
Oh, I was definitely overdoing it.
if you don't ask the question, you're probably also overdoing it. Or you're just,
Yeah.
you really aren't, whatever. But,
Yeah, I mean, like if no, like you shouldn't be asking yourself, do I smoke too much? But I'm only smoking like an L a day or something like that. But I like, what am I trying to say? I think like what I think like 3 months ago I smoked like 9 L's a day one time,
okay,
and that
what is
wasn't
an
like
L? Because that's the one, is that just like a
oh
blunt, or like, is it L?
yeah,
Okay,
and that
because
was
I feel like that's okay. When so I was almost arrested for this in the past, and I had to do like a research paper for like this fake. It's like probation, but for white kids, where they just go like, "Oh, you're really smart. We wouldn't want to take you out of the college system. We wouldn't want you not to become a CEO or some shit. Uh, Write us a research paper on the research that's out." But like the research was literally just like fucking I don't know, maybe. Probably not the best
yeah,
for you, but
yeah.
literally like blunts are worse for you than smoking just cigarettes.
Oh, for sure. I think about it very frequently.
I think it has something
Or
to do
well,
with like the fact that like weed like opens up or like basically like I guess the best example I could have was like a dude one time I was at this party and a dude came up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then he plugged this like SoundCloud and shit. But he's like, yeah, one time
yeah.
I got so blackout drunk that I smoked like 12 Black and Milds and I woke up the next day coughing out black shit.
Oh yeah. Like what am I trying to say? Because I feel like
It just like
definitely like,
lowers your like
oh no, like,
awareness of how shitty the tobacco is and how harsh it is.
oh
And then
yeah.
also
Like,
it
because I
probably
feel
like has
like,
some sort of biophysical
oh, because,
like your
oh yeah, that's
lungs
true.
open up more or something because it's like a
But like we used,
vasodilator.
but like we both smoked like a lot of cigars, and I feel, and like you're not supposed to drag like even like fancy cigars, and so I feel terrible about dragging a $2 cigar.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, I mean, I guess here's the question: do you like when you gut it? Do you like keep some of the tobacco in it, or do you not?
Oh, never, never.
Never,
Well,
never.
if I
If you're on
never
poor
ever.
boy hours, probably. But
Exactly, if I'm very poor,
yeah. Oh
then
boy,
maybe I'll split it up.
I love
Oh, I
doing
just
that shit. Like when you have people over and you're like, yeah, let's spark some butt, but like then you just like cut it with like a little bit of tobacco and like you throw your stems in. You're like, hey, you guys aren't gonna pay me anyway, so fuck you,
like
a little bit.
I I
Like
was just I
this is
went to hang
our
out with
50-50.
oh yeah. I do like that idea. Like you roll like like a decent split, like a good half and half.
One of these has my
Like
chlamydia semen in it.
oh man. Oh, but I was hanging out with my boy Nate the other day, like back at his home in like Southside, and I just got these new leaves called like, well, they're not new, they're new to me. They're called like Fronto leaves. And have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of other shit, but what is Fronto?
Oh, it's just like it's a very large leaf. Like I'll send you a
Oh,
picture of it, or I
is
can
it
send.
just the tobacco leaf or?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a
I've seen
tobacco
them.
leaf.
I've seen them. Okay,
Oh
because
yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
of some other shit like there's this thing called shit. I always forget what it's called, but literally like it's like a tobacco that like is super strong. Um,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's called Doka.
Mm.
But literally only addicts use that shit. Like, I was one of my friends who went to like a he was like he like went to culinary school in like Boulder. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
like while he was there, his dad was like, "You didn't just move to Boulder because weed's legal there." And he's like, "No, of course not." And so he went to like a rehab, and
Yeah.
just to like be like, "No, I see, I got it under control. I'm taking,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm having other people mediate my intake of these substances. That's responsible, right? Instead of just developing this skill." But it worked or whatever, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Um, but he was like, yeah, no, everybody would just like sneak out and smoke doka out of like a wooden pipe because like they
Mm-hmm.
were all fiending for like something, and they're
Like
like
anything, even.
anything,
Yeah.
and it was just strong tobacco.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like if you're smoking like weak tobacco, like if you smoke cigarettes, you can go fuck yourself. Not because it gives you cancer and lung disease and all that shit,
Oh no,
but
not yeah, no,
literally
not
just
about
because
that.
it's like I've had cigarette smokers be like, Jesus Christ, like when they hit my
Yeah, yeah,
sore and they're like, what the
yeah,
fuck are you
yeah.
trying to do to me with your like 50 milligrams of nicotine? I'm like, well, you
Oh yeah,
see,
no.
I'm trying to get fucked up
Oh no, for like
for
a little,
cheap
like I yeah, no.
with
Like, do
minimal
you do
side
this to feel
effects.
a little bit better all day? Because I do this to get nicked out a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the same thing for them, right? Like it's just a sliding
Oh yeah.
scale. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, like if all your exposure to nicotine is like a milligram in a cigarette, you're gonna
Yeah.
build a tolerance, and so it doesn't make, and it's so much more expensive, and it's so much
True.
shittier quality. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, or at least I feel like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is in vape juice, but
Chlamydia semen.
oh, it
Just.
probably is. That's probably how I
Oh
got it.
yeah. Just make that too much can give you chlamydia. That'd be really
Oh,
funny.
also,
Oh man.
the number of people, like the number of drunk people that have hit my vape, I probably got some
Oh,
latent
I've
herpes or
definitely got.
something.
Oh, I've definitely gotten sick from like vape, from like the community aspect of vaping for sure.
Yeah,
Like from like trading vapes with someone for a second, for sure gotten sick. Like,
yeah. But at the same time, like I don't really give a fuck because that's how you build your immune system, and if you don't, you're gonna die. I think that's why all of the Native Americans died, right? Like they were like,
well,
well, we don't drool
I.
or whatever, and then like or like they shared their because tobacco only grew in the Americas, like it didn't exist in Europe before like
Mhm.
they were just smoking opium and like drinking whiskey and shit. But like once
Yeah,
they came
yeah,
over to
yeah.
the Americas, I think it's actually really funny. Like one of the history teachers I had in our high school, he was like talking
Hmm.
about how basically like tobacco at this point has killed more like Westerners or whatever than Westerners ever killed like Native Americans, like because they introduced it as a disease. So
Hmm.
I think that makes him American spirit boxes way funnier.
Oh, you know what? It definitely does. It
Yeah.
definitely.
So they're just like, this is the it's like leave
Yeah.
or I make the curse 1,000 times worse. I make it so much worse you think I bless you the first time. It's that shit, like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah,
it's so good.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, like but really quick about these frontal leaves. I was gonna say I rolled one of them yesterday. It was pretty. It was a pretty interesting time, and it wasn't the flavor I have. It was a different one,
Oh, they're
but it was
flavored?
like some. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they come in. I think they come in like sweet cream palma and like a dark. I want to
I
say.
probably wouldn't. I don't know. I don't love smoking flavored. I mean, I do, but like, I would prefer to just smoke unflavored tobacco. Like, if I'm gonna smoke
Oh, true,
blunts.
true. Oh, but I was gonna. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I like. Oh, but the reason I mentioned the ones I had yesterday is because they reminded me exactly of like the of like remember like those like where have I ever smoked like one of those like pencil thin Ashtons around you? Like remember when I used to smoke those cigars all the time?
I think I've seen. I think that's what a cigarette, cigar sandwich was, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is what that is what cigar sandwich was.
If you
Oh
don't
man, I
know,
forgot
if
about
you
cigar
don't know,
sandwich.
you'll never know. We won't tell you.
You won't unless you already followed me on Instagram and then look through my whole Instagram. But yeah, but yeah, no, that's what cigar sandwich was. I was gonna say it tasted exactly like one of those, and I very much liked it. I felt
Honestly,
very
that's nice. That's nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt very nostalgic about it. I was also high as hell.
Yeah. The reason I haven't been smoking as much is like twofold because it's illegal. No, but because I don't have the money. It's actually not. It's perfectly in a gray area where I live.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
but as long as you don't have like bricks of it on you. But like
yeah,
because
yeah.
it like all my weed men have like shit prices and like shit weed
Mhm.
or
Like,
like really expensive prices but really good weed, but like yeah, I just haven't been doing it as much.
oh, okay, okay.
But then the one dude who has like great shit but like expensive prices is moving to Florida, so like I should
Oof.
really like maximize on that before he's outie,
Oh
but
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Like, like when you say like super expensive, like, can you give me like a ballpark?
Like $50 an eighth.
Oof, oof. That's a situation.
But
That's like more expensive than wax.
uh depends on where
Well,
you
like
get
out
the
here.
wax and what the wax
Oh yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like the wax I can get here.
Oh, and by the way, if when Quara'e says out here, he means Pittsburgh, 123, fuck you drive, 16, 753.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, apartment Ligma.
Text the door guy when you get there.
Yeah, no.
If you don't know his number, you're not getting in.
You can actually. My building does have like a thing where you can like buzz my room, or well, you can buzz like individual rooms.
But like they can, so people can buzz you while you're buzzing.
You know what? That is exactly it. That is exactly it.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly,
I feel like people who
but
couch the shit in allegedly. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you know, I
mhm,
watched
mhm.
like, there was this fucking, you know, like the show This Is Not Happening.
Yes,
There was one with Drew
very
Carey,
funny
I
show.
think, and
Hmm.
he was like talking about how it was basically a
Hmm.
story about doing Molly at Coachella or some shit, but
Yes.
he was like he kept like framing it in a really annoying way where he's like where he like instead of saying allegedly one time, literally like
Yeah.
50 like the entire time he's like,
He was,
my one friend,
yeah, my one friend, me. Yeah,
my
yeah,
one friend, Drew Carey.
yeah. Yeah. Oh no, that's super annoying. I feel like just do a big lie at the beginning of your story. It's
Yeah, or yeah, yeah. I feel like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Like call in, like say these details are questionable at the beginning of your story one time.
yeah, like he
If you're
needs to
trying.
recognize that he will never get in trouble for that shit because he
Oh
has
no, exactly.
fuck you money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Like I
also,
feel
he
like
lives in like a legal state. I'm pretty sure. No matter where he is, it's a legal state. But
yeah,
also, no matter where he lives, it's a legal state because he's fucking Drew Carey.
true, true. I feel like yeah, no, I feel like
I just want to make sure I'm getting
yeah,
his
I
name
feel
right.
like
Is Drew Carey the Price is Right guy?
oh, let me look him up to find. I want to see a picture of him because
Yeah,
I don't have a
it is.
face,
It
but
is
the
Drew
name
Carey.
sounds right.
It is in fact Drew Carey.
My keyboard isn't on. That's the whole situation. Come on,
But
come on, buddy.
pretty sure, and I could be wrong here, but
Oh
oh
yeah, it is. It is.
shit. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot he's weird glasses. He looks like Mole Man a little bit.
Who's Mole Man?
Mole Man from the Fantastic, or well, he's a Fantastic Four villain for the most part, but he looks kind of like Drew Carey in his face, I think.
Okay, because when I hear Mole Man, I think of Mole
Um.
Man from The Simpsons, and then also the Mole Man from The Incredibles.
Oh yeah, I forgot there were other Mole Men. He doesn't look exactly like Drew Carey, but like the vibes there a little bit.
Oh
If
no,
he had
he
like Drew
does look
Carey,
exactly like Drew Carey. Actually, that is Drew Carey. Come to think of it.
you know what? I believe the character of Mole Man was originally based on Drew Carey, hater of the Fantastic Four.
Hmm. Okay, shit. Yes. Okay. So this is some cool shit I learned. Apparently 5'9" is model height, boys. 5'9" and a quarter, which is exactly what I
Five-
am. So you know what?
Ooh.
Between cute legs and long hair, I feel like I can do it.
Oh yeah, no, probably.
I should
You ever?
say
I
that
feel like
every time, because like when I complain at work about getting burned and chemical burned, I feel like what I
yeah.
should do is fucking like just be like, oh no, you have to pay me for the modeling that you're
Yeah,
taking away
you're
from me.
costing me money.
Yeah, listen, like I have to get this covered up with a tattoo because nobody wants just burns.
No one wants only birds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody wants like a full like Japanese sleeve of burns. Although that would be interesting. I feel like it would be interesting to have because there's like scarification or whatever. It'd
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah.
interesting to just be like, oh no no no, we basic. I guess that's what a brand is, right? Like a
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
but like less hot. I feel like people could do it a lot less hot than they do.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Like
Maybe like
380 for like 2 seconds.
some. Yeah, yeah. So definitely like something with like a lot less surface area. Like if you had a hot tool of some kind, definitely. Like I feel like branding could be a big thing. I would probably, if I were a slightly different dude, I would probably be very into like scarification for the purpose of aesthetics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that because it's people associate burns way more with like harm than like like if you get burned it's an injury, whereas if you get like poked with a needle, it's like
Yeah.
it's not really necessarily. It's more like a medical context, even though those people are in no way medical professionals.
Well, no, they are. They really are not.
But okay, I would actually trust like most tattoo artists, or not most tattoo, because I feel like there are way more artists than there are good artists. But still,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like they translate pretty well to like surgeons if they were to try.
At least for like minor surgery. Like I think they would be good. What am I trying to say? I feel like they would be very good surgical techs. I feel like every good tattoo artist would be at least a pretty good surgical tech.
Yeah, I feel like they're you know how like barbers used to do surgery because like they could line
Yeah,
your shit up nice, so they could
yeah,
also
yeah,
like
yeah,
get your veins.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
Or
like
like dentists and whatnot.
yeah, 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 dentist. Doc,
Well, dentists are like closer to being medical than but I understand the point.
yeah. Dentists kind of always feel like a fucking scam, though. Okay, because let me tell this story because so there was a while where I was just like there was about a year where I was just losing fillings. Like I'd just be
Oh
like
yeah,
they'd usually come out when I was flossing, and I wasn't flossing hard, but they were like, oh, you have a bunch of cavities, you need to like floss more and shit. I'm like, I don't know, maybe that works, but like
so you were flossing with purpose.
I was flossing with purpose, but like my fucking fillings kept coming out, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I wrote a bad Google review of my fucking because it was like literally like the seventh time that like the same filling had come out. There were like two or
Oh
three
yeah.
of my like 6 or 7 fillings that were consistently coming out. And I was like, hey, fucking do better. Because there is nothing worse. I don't care if you have a gaping wound in your leg. You don't think about that as much as you think about something in proximity to your brain, in your head,
Oh yeah, something
next to
in
your
you. Yeah,
tongue.
things like in your mouth is definitely like it's like inside of you versus outside of you. You know what I mean? It's a different type of problem for sure.
Yeah, I would rather have like a gaping bullet wound where the bullet went clean through like my arm or something than to have like a consistent like oh your fillings just come out or like this is just a thing that happens.
Oh
But
yeah. I would
yeah,
definitely
so I
rather
was
have
just
I would
like
rather have like stitches to worry about.
so I was like yeah no real incompetent. Fucking my fillings come out for like the 7th time and they keep putting it back in because they have to legally, but they don't actually fix it like enough that it stays in. And then they were like, "Oh, you're grinding your teeth." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you fucking tell me that like at least on like by the 3rd one you should have that locked
Oh, if
down."
something happens 3 times, it's a situation.
Yeah, and you're like, but like it wasn't like that many times before the actual like because they had like a bunch of like dentist techs doing the job. And then like the
Yeah.
actual dude who like owned the clinic was like, okay, let me give it a shot, cause you know
Mm-hmm.
I'm the fucking only one here who had the knowledge and experience to open up his own shop. These other people all
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
for me and are in training,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why dentists have the highest suicide rate of any profession.
Serious?
True fact, they have like, if not the highest, like top 3 or 5.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
I'm very curious about that.
just like dentists and suicide.
Oh wow. Apparently, people have Googled this a lot.
Yeah,
Because like up, like I was looking, like I looked up suicide rates by profession, and next to it was dentists. Okay.
yeah, exactly. I'm reading a Vice article. Oh, that's something I wanted to get into. Fuck Vice. Because like literally like they used to like they got big because of like the Crimean like incident where like Russia annexed Crimea.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They were basically like a bunch of college kids and like shit like that. And they
Yeah.
basically took like some of the most beautiful like war journalism videos and photos, like professional like cinematog basically like cinematography, but like of a military conflict. And that's why they got big. But now they're just like,
Mm-hmm.
I rolled weed into the shape of a snowman. Now I'm gonna
Oh
smoke
yeah. No.
it. Like that's 95%
Like.
of their shit right now. Like they still have
Oh
good
yeah.
stuff
It's
every
like.
once in a while, but they
Mhm.
definitely went like
But it's
content
mostly just
over
like it's
quality.
like yeah, it's like liberal like very liberal novelty is mostly their brand now. I feel like.
Yeah. And or like I talked to somebody who wanted to buy my pants. Like some dude, like literally, I read an article that was a. First of all, it was a Vice article. Second of all, it was a Snapchat Vice article.
Oof.
So,
Yeah, that's a double whammy right
so
there.
I can't even say that I read it before they changed the name for the first time. But
Mm-hmm.
or for the yeah. But let's see. Hmm. Farmers, fishermen, and forestry are actually at the highest risk. But dentists are at number 12. But
Number 12.
but yeah. I
Hold on,
guess
let me
along with
fix it.
other health professionals. But I have to imagine that
Oh,
more than
yeah, yeah,
other
yeah.
health professionals, they're just like, they at least have to have like some serious depression because they're not doing anything for the most part. There are a lot of shitty dentists. Like,
Oh, true.
I feel like the crossover, dentists are kind of like, it's more of a trade than it is a profession or like
Yeah, yeah.
a medical profession. Because like,
They're doing trade work but making medical professional money.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, no. You're literally just good for getting, like, you don't have to understand really anything about the human body as like a whole. You just have to understand like sort of the geography of the mouth, and that's about it.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would definitely say, like, I'm not trying to, like, shit on all dentists for, like, my mom's had a lot of problems with dentists, too.
Yeah.
Like, just in the way of, like, they'll do something that will, like, not correctly, and that'll create a problem, and then, like, solving that problem will be, like, the original thing and solving the problem will be way more expensive than just having done the original thing correctly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Like, I feel
I
like
always
dentists do
wonder,
that
like,
constantly.
because drilling out a bit of your tooth and filling it with like some polymer seems. I've never had a cavity that gave me a problem. I've had fillings that have given me a problem, and it could just be that I have the luxury to say like I've never had to get to the point where my cat. But like if it's a small cavity, I want to know like at what point it actually like will create problems for you because I've
Oh,
never had a cat.
it'll definitely be a situation at some point. Like I have,
Maybe.
what was I going to say? Because I believe I believe I have a cat. Like I have a crown in one of my teeth, and I think that was a cavity that bungled at some point. I forgot I had a crown. Hold on, let me do a little mouth search. Oh, there it is. But
Also,
yeah. So like,
I had like a filling in the back of like one of my molars for like 6 months. It was just like sharp as fuck and poking into my tongue just because they
mm-hmm.
didn't like smooth it out or whatever. And
Yeah.
so like the next time I went into the dentist, he was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "You did that." And he's like, "Oh, did I?" And then he didn't even say like I'm gonna fix it, but he just like pulled out the thing and he's like, "Buzz, buzz, 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 buzz." He's like, "Let me fucking avoid this malpractice."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, dentists are definitely shady. They're definitely shady.
I understand not trusting dentists more than I understand not trusting doctors in general. But I did
Yeah,
talk to
yeah.
you about this. I don't trust old doctors, or at least doctors who like have been out of school and don't try and keep up to date on new medical knowledge. Like if you aren't reading studies in your free time,
Oh yeah. So bad doctors.
I also don't trust fat doctors. Uh,
You know what? That is definitely
But
true.
not like a little pudgy or like
Oh
old
no,
and it
like
doesn't
fat, fat.
matter. But like I had a doc. Well, actually, no. I guess I could say it. My general practitioner for the longest
Mm-hmm.
time. I don't think I'm gonna be using him anymore just because like I don't live near him and I don't have a car to drive to him. But
Yeah.
my general practitioner for a while, he looked like I'm trying to think of. He looked like if you took like a ball of pizza dough and like wrapped a tissue around it when he was in his lab coat, but like if the tissue still had buttons, basically like the dough was pouring out through the buttonholes.
Oh my, oh
But
my.
like every time I saw him, he would like unbutton another button because he couldn't close the jacket he was wearing.
Oh
And
wow.
he was like a big guy, like he was like 6'4" or some shit.
Oh, so he was like actually fat, like very fat.
Yeah, so he was probably like 350 or something at least.
Oof. Yeah, no, like it's like one of those things, where like even like yeah, I feel like if anything, like if like your what am I trying to say? If what you do is predicated on keeping like what am I trying to say? If your job is to keep me healthy, I do not trust your advice if you are healthy, especially if you're supposed to be more aware of the consequences of being unhealthy. You
I
know what I
feel like
mean?
if you're at least aware enough to be like, oh no, I understand. I don't want to have to worry about retirement. But
Or
he
like
did not seem like he was that knowledgeable. He's like, I didn't drink And I was like, well, you clearly ate though. He's like,
Yeah, no,
he's like,
you
I don't
did.
drink because I have a family history of alcoholism. I'm like,
I mean,
or he's like,
you.
he said he didn't drink in college for that reason. I'm like, well,
Oh yeah, like hey, maybe if you drank in college, would have thrown up a little bit of that food.
that's so fucked up. Oh my god, true. But at least like when you're drunk, you're dancing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
like you have the social aspect too. I guess you can have the
yeah, yeah.
social aspect and not be drunk, but it's also it's a shared experience. And if you can't
Definitely,
relate
definitely.
to it, like I don't, I mean, I don't necessarily. That doesn't apply to all things. Like I'm not like you don't have to have an opinion on crack before
Yeah,
I trust your like whatever. But or like you don't have to
yeah,
have
yeah,
an
yeah.
experience with crack before I trust your opinion on it. But for
True, true.
for sure, for sure with like if you're like
You
marijuana is
can
gonna
manage.
make you rape and murder puppies. I'm like, well, have you tried it? Because
Yeah, no, like get one puff, take one sip. Like
and
these are
also,
things
I'm
you
not
can.
sure if I
These. Are,
want you to try it if you think that that's what you're about to
oh
do.
yeah, yeah. Like because
It's like we
I
can
feel like
lock
it's
you in a
scary when
padded
people say that.
room, but like, let's keep you out
Oh,
of
for
these
sure, for sure.
puppies.
Like I feel like most people, like no matter like I'm not trying to make a blanket statement, but no matter what like history of addiction, et cetera, other like predetermining factors there are, you can probably handle a little bit of most things in a controlled environment for sure. And I feel like you definitely should do that, or
Oh,
if you know what I mean, like safely, like as safely as possible. I suppose.
this is fucking perfect timing. Literally, uh, one of my friends, right, was like, he he was like, he oh shit. He was like, I dropped out of Penn State. I started working at Walmart because I'm going to Full Sail in Florida, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
And yeah, I think I mentioned him earlier already,
Oh
but he was
yeah.
like he he literally just like texted me. He's like, "Do you know anybody who wants to buy 20 milligram oxys?" I was like, "No, no, I don't. I don't even want to do that." Uh, I guess speaking of experience with fucking like harder drugs, oxy is so fucking lame because like you literally just feel nothing. Like one time I
Like
walked like 7 miles in the middle of the night because I was like crossed on like oxy and like weed, and
mhm,
it
mhm.
was freezing cold out like in the middle of the winter. But I was wearing like one sweater, and I didn't
Mm.
feel shit. Like I was like whatever. Like it's like people who get
Yeah,
struck by lightning. Like that's how fucked up my like sense of temperature was.
yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
what was I gonna say? Do you want to talk about the Holy Mountain finally?
Oh yeah. Just one sec. I gotta text this dude. This is so
Oh
unprofessional.
yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. I've been hearing stars. Oh, that shit was so good. I'm so happy. Because, like, I didn't even ask Kellen to make that song. Oh, yeah, let's talk
Mhm.
about names, I guess, a little bit. So,
Oh, we definitely could.
yeah, basically, what were some of your favorite names that we came up with along along our
Okay.
creative week process? Creative
Okay.
2 weeks and a few days.
Yeah. Creative is like a good creative 16 or 17 days.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I enjoyed Artie and Smarty. I thought it was really funny and I liked that it rhymed, but I don't think it was serious enough to carry into the long term.
hmm Yeah,
Um,
we know where you
mhm.
live. I'm still sad. If I ever, I'll keep it on the back. Fuck. I was gonna say I'll keep it on the back burner, but I feel like if I say it now, somebody's gonna jack it. Eh. But
Well,
also, if you
one of
get your
our
podcast name from somebody talking about podcast names they didn't use, you're a fucking bitch.
no, you're a trash person with zero creative ability if you do that.
Yeah.
um, what was I gonna say? We a bunch all the call related ones were pretty good.
Oh yeah. That was all fun. We were
Yeah.
basically like the way that this whole thing started is Quara'e and I used to live in the same town. He moved, and so we'll just like call each other every once in a while, like a couple times a week usually. And
Yeah.
we were just like, hey, we've been talking for like 3 to 6 hours. What is that but a podcast?
Yeah, what is that but us not monetizing Storm We Could?
Yeah, exactly. Um,
And so where did we go? What were like? Because I feel like we've covered all the broad categories. Like outside, well, we flirted with pillow talk, but we did that on the air, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I think so. I think that was that last episode? It might have been last
That might have
episode.
been last episode.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
we have Vow locked in. We're on Pirates of Paradise, and I guess we should explain it a little bit. Although,
Oh yeah. Well, it's your idea, so I guess you go with your explanation first, I suppose.
okay, so I was in the shower. I forget what pirates seem to. If you want to think that, if you're one of those dumb people that thinks that the universe is a simulation, um, got too much money. But anyways, this is a thing that has echoed through my simulation, if you will. I have a pair of shorts that people always call pirate pants.
They're the best. They're the best shorts on the fucking planet.
Quara'e and I's tattoo artist was like, "Where'd you get those pants?" I'm like, "Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm not getting anything done from you right now." I was like, "What? You want to buy them off of me? You want me to not? I'll give you these pants if you give me a sweet sleeve." But also, like, I feel like it's weird to talk about where you got clothing. Like a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit. Like it's like, well, yeah, because they're Guess Jeans makes them, but like
Hmm.
it's not. It's a little hype, but it's not like too hype, I guess. But
Oh yeah.
like I got them on Grailed. No, I
Oh
think I
yeah.
saw them on Grailed and then got them on eBay because the person was charging less there.
Oh okay.
Um, but yeah, no, pirate pants. It's a theme that, like, so that was in my brain a little bit. But also, pirates. What are they? But drug using, hard working, STD ridden marauders that rob from people who actually make things and or like use it for their own financial gain. And also, like, so like that's where the pirates bit comes from. But like Pirates of Paradise is like, I feel like we both kind of have like some, maybe not. I don't feel like either of us, nobody really knows what they think, like 100% on all issues, unless like you're dumb
Yeah.
old. But
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
there's still probably a chance that somebody's gonna be like. But like I feel like both of our like philosophies are generally about like either how to make the world a better place or how to make the world a better place, like how to enjoy the world more, like
Yeah.
as it is.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
And it's yeah. So basically, like stealing uh, kind of like going to like basic. Okay, I read like this book called Utopia one time, and there's like an island in the middle of the sea, and so I really like the idea of like going to that island and like fucking just massacring everybody and stealing the bits of culture that you like. And so Pirates of Paradise is where we are at, and that's a long-winded explanation for a really solid name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's
I was gonna say.
ruined, and now we have to change it.
I yeah no I very much I vibe heavily with pirate iconography. Well, not super duper heavily and like outside. I suppose yeah I would say yeah. Hold on.
But like even like most like traditional tattoos or whatever, that's a whole
Oh
thing.
yeah yeah.
Like they're all
Oh no, they're
they're
very
not
piratey.
pirate themed, but they're all like basically sailors were like the first people to really get that shit because like nobody had to look at a sailor really.
True true.
Like a sailor's just boating around out there, doesn't
Oh,
really
just
give
boating
a
around.
fuck.
Jesus Christ, Walt is blowing up the group chat. Like the group chat that you know.
Oh my god, I haven't checked it because it's muted. I might leave it
Oh yeah.
honestly.
Oh yeah. No, I also might just because it actually is no use to me.
Well, they're getting rid of it basically. Like they're just gonna start using the actual built-in system for picking up shifts in back of
Wait,
house.
say that last sentence again.
They're gonna start using like the built-in system for shit. Let me take a look. Oh Jesus Christ, son! Oh my God! Oh my
Wait, hold on. Give me one
God!
second, John.
This is dumb. This is dumb.
What? What?
Uh, Okay, to be fair though, okay, the one person I need. So all the managers are gonna leave the group chat because they shouldn't be in it in the first place.
Yeah.
But especially the one that like Walt's responding to right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking the worst. Like, get your life together. You're not getting paid to fuck around in a group me. Like, shut the fuck up. No one cares about your opinion. like, I feel like group chats bring out the worst elements in people.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Well,
fuck it. I'm leaving the group me. I'm leaving the group me.
oh
I'm
yeah,
done.
no, me too. I was gonna say I'm really tired of these
I'm done. I'm
notifications.
done. No, fuck that. I left the group me yesterday because it was like a meme group me, but like the guy who like ran it was like it was like a meme group me for a club I'm in, but he was
Who's calling?
what the fuck? What do you mean error leaving group?
Oh wait, John, I'm getting an aggressive phone call.
All right, you want to put it on air? Who's it from?
I don't know. I don't know this number.
Oh, then fucking don't do it. Have they
But I
called you
don't
multiple
know.
times? Have they called you multiple times?
Yeah, no, this is the second time. Like I rejected the call the first time because
Did they
we're
leave a
recording a
voicemail?
podcast.
Did they leave a voicemail?
I don't. I real like. Well, I'm not
Oh,
like.
wait, do you have a
I
voicemail box? I forget.
yeah. I
Oh,
do
oh
remember
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
long.
fucking definitely don't pick it up. Fuck
Like
people
well,
who
but
do that.
if they call me again, I'm definitely going.
All right, for sure. Yo, because
But,
I kept getting the same. First of all, I don't pick up my phone for anybody unless they're in my contacts.
yeah.
Um, because there's so basically phones are unusable right now. I'm paying like $100 every 4 months to basically just have a number that fucking telemarketers can call and like get
Oh yeah.
robocalled on because the fucking FCC doesn't do shit. Pisses me off to no end.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if I get one more goddamn call about my phone warranty, I might straight up just delete my phone number. Like I don't need to get
Like
texted that much. I pay for internet. Like whatever. Fuck that.
yeah,
Like
fair.
I feel like young people are kind of on that wave at this point where they're like, why the fuck would I have a phone like a number? Nobody really texts. Like it's mostly like Snapchat, Instagram, group me's.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
then
Like I
also,
only.
oh yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna. Yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna say that. Like I was gonna say like yeah like social like Snapchat is a better version of texting in pretty much every way
Mm,
because
I'll say,
well
well, I
except
guess I was gonna say the one problem I have is that like sometimes you'll send messages and then like they'll send out of order, so you sound like a real retard. Um,
oh yeah
I might have to bleep this. No, I don't. I don't have to bleep that
yeah.
out. Fuck you. Well, I'll bleep it out once a retard complains. But that's fucked up. That's highly unethical. But I was gonna say sometimes my phone carry like if I have shitty data, my phone will like send out of order as well. So honestly, I don't pay for Snapchat. Might as well get rid of my phone number. Your mic is just really low. I don't know why.
Oh wait, I think it's
Okay,
like
you're
I
back
think.
now. You're back.
Oh wait, how do I put you like? Can I put you on speaker on group on Discord as it were?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because like because like when I start the call, what was I going to say? Because I believe what happened like when I started like when I started this call, you were on speaker, but like then that other person called me, and then you were on like in my ear. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just keep talking because I want to make sure this is actually good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I don't know what the fuck was
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, no, I don't. I will because I'll get the same call from the same fucking spam number, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to fucking Google it because okay, literally this shit should be illegal and not illegal with no penalties, like illegal with like fuck you for wasting my time, pay me a large amount of money for doing that, and also maybe just like fucking sit in prison for a minute because you're a dog shit person. I like like there's so
For which crime?
oh, for the crime of calling me with a spam call bot that leaves a voicemail that says you may be misinformed as to the nature of this call. You may think it's a spam call, but this is not a spam call. It's like, actually, if you're a spam call and you do that, that's so fucking illegal. Like, that should be so fucking
Just
illegal.
to lie about the type of call that you.
Yeah, like if the police call you or whatever, or some shit, and they're like, you need to come down to the fucking station or whatever.
Yeah.
We have some questions for you. No, I don't think they'd ever do that, because police know that, like, fucking phone calls are bullshit. Like,
Okay.
yo, imagine a robocall, like, calling 911. Like, hello, you may be misinformed as to the nature of this call, and they're like, what's your emergency? That's like that's like when
I'm
people
being
put like
stabbed.
that's like when people put like a group call with like two Jimmy Johns or whatever. They're like, "Hello, this is Jimmy John's."
Oh,
How may
yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that? I forget. It's like a pretty famous meme, but
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it, but I'm familiar with the concept. Just like of like two different phone service people communicating with each other without their knowledge.
yeah. Or like there'll be some third party will like link them in a group call, and they're like both trying to like follow procedure.
Oh yeah. Like you can't be like you can't like cut. You have to like go like follow the spiel. You can't just be like, who am I talking to right now? Who is this?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's basically what it is. Like they can't hang up. So, like they can't hang up.
Say that last sentence one more time.
They can't hang up unless the other person like swears or whatever, because it's basically like telemarketing rules.
Oh.
Yeah, your audio is just all over the place, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Back.
We
Okay.
are. We're back.
We're
I don't sound
back
like
after
trash anymore.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the Holy Mountain.
Let's talk about the Holy Mountain.
Okay, so let's talk. I guess I'll talk a little bit about why I recommended it. Quara'e said he was looking for like not a shaman, but like basically like a quasi-religious experience for the first time when he like trips, and he didn't trip for this, but
Yeah.
I guess that's my first question. Like, do you think that my assessment of it is like a good like movie to watch, like to fill that purpose, is like accurate? If you have any like, if you think it has any shortcomings in that, if you're looking for something more
I
transcendent.
I would say I don't like as far as like as far as like a bit of like shamanic experience representing like I don't know what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Like I was gonna say like a mythologized version of the hero's journey, but the hero's journey is kind of just like a mythologization is how you would say that, I suppose, of like ordinary human experience. Like geez, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I would say it was like 90% of what I was looking for. Definitely weird movie. Definitely a very strange movie.
Oh, for sure. I think it holds up super well because it was made in like '73, I want to say.
Oh yeah. I would say it holds up.
And also I think it's when I first watched it, I was like, Jesus, that's kind of prescient. But like at the same time, it's not really that it's prescient so much as that the same problems that were going on in 1973 haven't been fixed 40 years later, 50 years
Oh
later.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me just take a look at the date. But what do you think like the main takeaway or like a few big takeaways from the movie were for you?
Geez. Okay. Well. First, let me.
73. Fuck yeah, I knew it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But first, I suppose I don't know. Like, do you want to? I don't know. I would have to like meditate on that for like a hot second. Like, do you want to like? Well, do we want to talk about what happens in the film?
Well, sure, but like, yeah. For sure, we can break
Well,
it
because
down
like
a
I
little bit,
suppose.
but I would say
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for me at least, the sort of message was like there is no real hero's journey. Like at the end, like
Oh,
basically like
yeah. Like,
it's really positive. It's like, hey, like you are like your own master and shit. Like basically like determining your ultimate purpose in life is sort of recognizing that you are your own master. You are not like subservient to other masters, and like sort of taking your life by the balls and like living it.
oh yeah. Like
And
what
there
am
are
I
like
trying to say?
elements of like basically like it's good to like do that within a social setting. It's good to do that within like it's good to explore the world in like its many different facets, especially with other people who have explored the world in many different facets. But
Yeah.
ultimately, like the meaning of your life, like the meaning of life is whatever you do. Like that's it. And I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's I what am I trying to say? I didn't I don't know. I don't know if I would say I like that idea.
No. Okay, we're back. Um,
Okay, we've returned.
so the horse shit we're getting out of the way.
Okay, so Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith is a strange dude. He makes all right music. I like some of his songs a lot. The rest of them are kind of F for me. But like the thing I want to say about Jaden Smith is that he looks weird. The thing he's doing, I don't know if you see them. Like John, have you seen what he looks like right now?
I can imagine it. You know, he's like
I'll pull up an image and I'll describe it.
he's like black,
'Cause-
skinny, with his
Yeah.
hair. Probably has
Oh
a
no,
bullshit
yeah.
tattoo.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's mostly it. But like, oh, what am I trying to say? He's got a grill, but like not like one of the grills that makes it look like you whack teeth.
Oh shit! Is it the pink one?
Yeah. Oh
He
no, and
looks
his
like.
eyebrows are
Oh shit!
yeah
There's this
yeah.
there's this Instagram model that he reminds me of called Ugly Worldwide. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can find her page. Shit, I can't spell ugly for shit because I never use it to describe myself. That's why. Shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's still great. I was yeah. No, literally, if you just go to Ugly Worldwide, like her profile photo, that's like a cartoon caricature of her, looks like him. Please, I implore you to do that. It's so fucking good. I think I. Oh, Quara'e, you're muted. Quara'e, you muted yourself.
There we go. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
The moral. Yeah. I
I
What was I gonna say?
Did you pull that
I
up? Did you pull that up? Did you see that?
Oh yeah. I did. It was hilarious.
Okay,
It's
good. I didn't
very.
get
It
any
looks
of your
very.
reaction.
Oh,
I thought your
it was
reaction
pretty
might
much
just be
just.
stunned at how fucking accurate it is.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah. It is very accurate. Like Jaden Smith, oh boy, his hair is weird,
He burnt his
and I can.
eyebrows off cooking meth on a stove.
They're like dyed skin color. They're dyed to his skin color or
Yeah.
something. Like very yeah, and it's because like if he had pink eyebrows too, maybe it would be fine. Like or not fine, but it would be way less bad.
I definitely
'Cause I
don't
feel
think
like
it's as good of a look as the like bleach blonde hair that everybody else is doing.
oh no, it's definitely a worse look than
What
that.
the
Like I
fuck?
don't like it. I don't like it when like I feel like some people's like their look is like they try to remove things that let you know when they're moving their face.
Oh
Be-
yeah, that's
you know
such a
what
big problem because you can fuck with everything but your face. I feel like the reason most people have a problem with face tattoos is not that they're like
Mhm.
near your like head and neck, but like the fact that like
Oh no, it's just
they probably wouldn't be able to like tell you why, but it's because it like puts their face
yeah,
into the uncanny valley because you can't
yeah,
read their
exactly. Like
emotions as well. So
yeah,
if I
your
was gonna
face is
be
like
like an interrogator or something, or
yeah.
like a
Yeah,
police
yeah.
investigator, I would tattoo the
Mhm.
fuck out of my face
Oh, definitely.
just
It'd be
so
like
the
some
other
dude
person
be
couldn't
terrified.
read my emotions.
Oh, like some ancient warrior shit. Yeah. Like like your face isn't just like the problem with face tattoos is not at all like it's not like a just that area of your body. It's that your face is a communication platform.
Yeah.
It's like when it's like he broke his TV. It's like you broke your TV. And now you can't watch your TV.
Oh, is he fucking
But
Tyler the Creator? He might be fucking Tyler the Creator.
oh maybe I don't know.
Good for you. Whatever.
Yeah, good for you,
But for
Jason.
sure, get a different look, cause
Oh yeah,
I don't want.
yeah. Get
I want it to be ambiguous, like who's the top in that situation. But
oh yeah, no, it's pretty clear.
also at the same time. Oh, and he's also real young. Like, how old's Jaden Smith? I feel like he's a year younger than me.
Oh no. Jaden Smith is a year older than us.
Oh, okay. Still, but
Yeah,
like
yeah. He's like as old as
thereabouts.
Mike.
But like, what?
Oh yeah.
Taking off the eyebrows takes off a year.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Oh no, he's 20. So yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a year and change older than me, but he's
Yeah.
5'7". So
Oh yeah.
I went to the doctor
Wait,
for
he's 5'7"?
yeah,
That's
he's five
short.
seven.
But yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. We've talked about this I think in private before, but like girls always blow up like their height cuz like any girl who's like over 5'5" thinks she's 6'5".
Oh, that's for sure true.
My last girlfriend told me, "You can't be 5'9", because I was like, "I'm 5'9", and I'm just cool with that because that's what the doctor
Yeah.
always tells me." And they were like, "Oh, you can't be 5'9" because I'm 6 foot. I'm like, "Fuck, I guess that makes me like 6'4". All right, but
Oh yeah.
oh boy, that also really fucks me up. No, okay, because like I feel like everybody's significant other will at least like it's kind of like if you give like bad head, you're gonna tell the person that they're doing a great job so that they keep doing it and get better. So it's like, oh no, you're tall and you have a fat dick. But then once I'm like, oh, I'm not 6'4", I'm like, well, I have no other frame of reference, so no, I just have a fat dick. I'll keep going with that. I'll go with that assumption is true until a doctor tells me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
The part of your doctor's appointment where they fluff you and then pull out a warm tape measure.
Award? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
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 But yeah, your other thing. Unless you
Oh,
have
I was gonna say
any more shit to talk on Jaden Smith.
Oh no, it's just that he looked like so like he looked very good before. Like before he looked like a normal dude, and
He
now he
looks like
doesn't
the
look like a
mole on
person.
my neck.
But like even like 6 months ago, he looked really normal. Or like, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say I haven't before yesterday. I hadn't smoked weed in like 11 days, which was interesting, just because I wanted to see what my relationship to that substance was, and it's not. It's like generally like for me, substances aren't a need; they're just like really dope when they're there, and it seems like that's the case, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have the same. I mean, I feel like if you don't have the question like, is this a problem right now? Well, first of all, I feel like if you have to ask the question, is it a problem? It probably is a little bit. Like you're probably overdoing it to a degree. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like,
Oh, I was definitely overdoing it.
if you don't ask the question, you're probably also overdoing it, or you're just, or
Yeah.
you really aren't. Whatever. But
Yeah, I mean, like like you shouldn't be asking yourself, do I smoke too much? I'm only smoking like an L a day or something like that. But I like, what am I trying to say? I think like, what I think like 3 months ago, I smoked like 9 L's a day one time,
okay,
and that
what's an
wasn't like,
L? Because that's the one. Is that just like a
oh,
blunt or like O?
yeah,
Okay,
and that
because
was
I feel like that's okay. When so I was almost arrested for this in the past, and I had to do like a research paper for like this fake. It's like probation, but for white kids. Where they just go like, "Oh, you're really smart. We wouldn't want to take you out of the college system. We wouldn't want you not to become a CEO or some shit. Write us a research paper on the research that's out." But like, the research was literally just like, fucking, I don't know, maybe, probably not the best
yeah,
for you, but
yeah.
literally like blunts are worse for you than smoking just cigarettes.
Oh, for sure. I think about it very frequently.
I think it has something
Or
to do
well,
with like the fact that like weed like opens up, or like basically like I guess the best example I could have was like a dude. One time I was at this party and a dude came up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then he plugged this like SoundCloud and shit. But he's like, "Yeah, one time
yeah.
I got so blackout drunk that I smoked like 12 Black and Milds and I woke up the next day coughing out black shit."
Oh yeah. Like what am I trying to say? Because I feel like
It just like
definitely like,
lowers your like
oh no, like,
awareness of how shitty the tobacco is and how harsh it is.
oh
And then
yeah. Like,
also
because I
probably
feel
like
like
has
like,
some sort of biophysical
oh, because
like your
oh yeah, that's
lungs
true.
open up more or something because it's like a
But like we used
vasodilator.
but like we both smoked like a lot of cigars, and I feel and like you're not supposed to drag like even like fancy cigars, and so I feel terrible about dragging a $2 cigar.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, I mean, I guess here's the question: do you like, when you gut it, do you like keep some of the tobacco in it, or do you not?
Oh, never, never.
Never,
Well,
never.
if I
If you're on
never
poor
ever
boy hours, probably, but
exactly if I'm very poor,
yeah. Oh
then
boy,
maybe I'll split it up.
I love
Oh, I
doing
just
that shit. Like when you have people over and you're like, yeah, let's spark some butt, but like then you just like cut it with like a little bit of tobacco and like you throw your stems in. You're like, hey, you guys aren't gonna pay me anyway, so fuck you,
like
a little bit.
I I
Like
was just I
this is
went to hang
our
out with
50-50.
oh yeah. I do like that idea. Like you roll like like a decent split, like a good half and half.
One of these has my
Like
chlamydia semen in it.
oh man. Oh, but I was hanging out with my boy Nate the other day, like back at his home in like Southside, and I just got these new leaves called like, well, they're not new, they're new to me. They're called like Fronto leaves. And have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of other shit, but what is Fronto?
Oh, it's just like it's a very large leaf. Like I'll send you a
Oh,
picture of it, or I
is
can
it
send.
just the tobacco leaf or?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a
I've seen
tobacco
them.
leaf.
I've seen them. Okay,
Oh
because
yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
of some other shit like there's this thing called shit. I always forget what it's called, but literally like it's like a tobacco that like is super strong. Um,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's called Doka. But literally only addicts use that shit. Like, I was one of my friends who went to like a he was like he like went to culinary school in like Boulder.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like while he was there, his dad was like, "You didn't just move to Boulder because weed's legal there." And he's like, "No, of course not." And so he went to like a rehab, and
Yeah.
just to like be like, "No, I see, I got it under control. I'm taking,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm having other people mediate my intake of these substances. That's responsible, right? Instead of just developing this skill." But it worked or whatever, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Um, but he was like, yeah, no, everybody would just like sneak out and smoke doka out of like a wooden pipe because like they
Mm-hmm.
were all fiending for like something, and they're
Like
like
anything, even.
anything,
Yeah.
and it was just strong tobacco.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like if you're smoking like weak tobacco, like if you smoke cigarettes, you can go fuck yourself. Not because it gives you cancer and lung disease and all that shit,
Oh no,
but
not yeah, no,
literally
not
just
about
because
that.
it's like I've had cigarette smokers be like, Jesus Christ, like when they hit my
Yeah, yeah,
Sora and they're like, what the
yeah,
fuck are you
yeah.
trying to do to me with your like 50 milligrams of nicotine? I'm like, well, you
Oh yeah,
see,
no.
I'm trying to get fucked up
Oh no, for like
for
a little,
cheap
like I yeah, no.
with
Like, do
minimal
you do
side
this to feel
effects.
a little bit better all day? Because I do this to get nicked out a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the same thing for them, right? Like it's just a sliding
Oh yeah.
scale. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, like if all your exposure to nicotine is like a milligram in a cigarette, you're gonna
Yeah.
build a tolerance, and so it doesn't make, and it's so much more expensive, and it's so much
True.
shittier quality. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, or at least I feel like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is in vape juice, but
Chlamydia semen.
oh, it
Just.
probably is. That's probably how I
Oh
got it.
yeah. Just make that too much can give you chlamydia. That'd be really
Oh,
funny.
also,
Oh man.
the number of people, like the number of drunk people that have hit my vape, I probably got some latent
Oh, I've
herpes or
definitely got.
something.
Oh, I've definitely gotten sick from like vape from like the community aspect of vaping for sure.
Yeah,
Like from like trading vapes with someone for a second, for sure gotten sick. Like,
yeah. But at the same time, like I don't really give a fuck because that's how you build your immune system, and if you don't, you're gonna die. I think that's why all of the Native Americans died, right? Like they were like,
well,
well, we don't drool
I.
or whatever, and then like or like they shared their because tobacco only grew in the Americas, like it didn't exist in Europe before like
Mhm.
they were just smoking opium and like drinking whiskey and shit. But like once they
Yeah,
came
yeah,
over to
yeah.
the Americas, I think it's actually really funny. Like one of the history teachers I had in our high school, he was like talking
Hmm.
about how basically like tobacco at this point has killed more like Westerners or whatever than Westerners ever killed like Native Americans, like because they introduced it as a disease. So
Mhm.
I think that makes the American spirit boxes way funnier.
Oh, you know what? It definitely does. It
Yeah.
definitely.
So they're just like, this is the, it's like, leave
Yeah.
or I make the curse 1,000 times worse. I make it so much worse you think I bless you the first time. It's that shit, like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah,
it's so good.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, like really quick about these frontal leaves. I was gonna say I rolled one of them yesterday. It was pretty. It was a pretty interesting time, and it wasn't the flavor I have. It was a different one,
Oh, they're
but it
flavored?
was like some. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they come in. I think they come in like sweet cream palma and like a dark. I want to
I
say.
probably wouldn't, I don't know. I don't love smoking flavored I mean, I do, but like, I would prefer to just smoke unflavored tobacco, like, if I'm gonna smoke
Oh, true,
blunts.
true. Oh, but I was gonna. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I like. Oh, but the reason I mentioned the ones I had yesterday is because they reminded me exactly of like the of like remember like those like where have I ever smoked like one of those like pencil thin Ashtons around you? Like remember when I used to smoke those cigars all the time?
I think I've seen. I think that's what a cigar sandwich was, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is what that is what cigar sandwich was.
If you
Oh
don't
man, I
know,
forgot
if
about
you
cigar
don't know,
sandwich.
you'll never know. We won't tell you.
We won't unless you already followed me on Instagram and then look through my whole Instagram. But yeah, but yeah, no, that's what cigar sandwich was. I was gonna say it tasted exactly like one of those, and I very much liked it. I felt
Honestly,
very
that's nice. That's nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt very nostalgic about it. I was also high as hell.
Yeah. The reason I haven't been smoking as much is like twofold because it's illegal. No, but because I don't have the money. It's actually not. It's perfectly in a gray area where I live.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
but as long as you don't have like bricks of it on you. But like
yeah,
because
yeah.
it like all my weed men have like shit prices and like shit weed
Mhm.
or
Like,
like really expensive prices but really good weed, but like yeah, I just haven't been doing it as much.
oh, okay, okay.
But then the one dude who has like great shit but like expensive prices is moving to Florida, so like I should
Oof.
really like maximize on that before he's outie,
Oh
but
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Like, like when you say like super expensive, like, can you give me like a ballpark?
Like $50 an eighth.
Oof, oof. That's a situation.
But
That's like more expensive than wax.
uh depends on where
Well,
you
like
get
out
the
here.
wax and what the wax
Oh yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like the wax I can get here.
Oh, and by the way, if when Quara'e says out here, he means Pittsburgh, 123, fuck you drive, 16, 753.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, apartment Ligma.
Text the door guy when you get there.
Yeah, no.
If you don't know his number, you're not getting in.
You can actually. My building does have like a thing where you can like buzz my room, or well, you can buzz like individual rooms.
But like they can, so people can buzz you while you're buzzing.
You know what? That is exactly it. That is exactly it.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly,
I feel like people who
but
couch the shit in allegedly. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you know, I
mhm,
watched
mhm.
like, there was this fucking, you know, like the show This Is Not Happening.
Yes,
There was one with Drew
very
Carey,
funny
I
show.
think, and
Mm-hmm,
he was like talking about how it was basically a
hmm.
story about doing Molly at Coachella or some shit, but
Yes.
he was like he kept like framing it in a really annoying way where he's like where he like instead of saying allegedly one time, literally like
Yeah.
50 like the entire time he's like,
He
you
was.
know, my one friend,
Yeah. My one friend, me. Yeah,
my
yeah,
one friend Drew Carey.
yeah. Yeah. Oh no, that's super annoying. I feel like just lie, do a big lie at the beginning of your story. It's
Yeah, or like or yeah. Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like call in, like say that these details are questionable at the beginning of your story one time.
Yeah, like
If
he
you're
needs to
trying.
recognize that he will never get in trouble for that shit because he
Oh
has
no, exactly.
fuck you money.
Yeah.
And
Like I
also
feel
he
like
lives in like a legal state, I'm pretty sure. No matter where he is, it's a
oh
legal state. But
yeah.
also, no matter where he lives, it's a legal state because he's fucking Drew Carey.
True. I feel like I feel like
I just want to make sure I'm getting
yeah,
his
I
name
feel
right. Is Drew Carey the Price is Right guy?
oh, let me look him up to find. I want to see a picture of him because
Yeah, it is.
I
It
don't have
is.
a
It is.
face,
It
but
is
the
Drew
name
Carey.
sounds right.
It is in fact Drew Carey.
My keyboard isn't on. That's the whole situation. Come on.
But
Come on, buddy.
pretty sure, and I could be wrong here, but
Oh
oh
yeah, it is. It is.
shit. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot he's weird glasses. He looks like Mole Man a little bit.
Who's Mole Man?
Mole Man from the Fantastic, or well, he's a Fantastic Four villain for the most part, but he looks kind of like Drew Carey in his face, I think.
Okay, because when I hear Mole Man, I think of Mole
Um.
Man from The Simpsons, and then also the Mole Man from The Incredibles.
Oh yeah, I forgot there were other Mole Men. He doesn't look exactly like Drew Carey, but like the vibes there a little bit.
Oh
If
no,
he had
he
like Drew
does look
Carey.
exactly like Drew Carey. Actually, that is Drew Carey. Come to think of it.
You know what? I believe the character of Mole Man was originally based on Drew Carey, hater of the Fantastic Four.
Hmm. Okay, shit. Yes. Okay. So this is some cool shit I learned. Apparently 5'9" is model height, boys. 5'9" and a quarter, which is exactly what I
Five-
am. So you know what?
Ooh.
Between cute legs and long hair, I feel like I can do it.
Oh yeah, no, probably.
I should
You ever?
say
I
that
feel like
every time, because like when I complain at work about getting burned and chemical burned, I feel like what I
yeah.
should do is fucking like just be like, oh no, you have to pay me for the modeling that you're
Yeah,
taking away
you're
from me.
costing me money.
Yeah, listen, like I have to get this covered up with a tattoo because nobody wants just burns.
No one wants only birds.
Yeah. Nobody wants like a full like Japanese sleeve of burns. Although that would be interesting. I feel like it would be interesting to have because you know there's like scarification or whatever. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to just be like, oh no. We basically I guess that's what a brand is, right? Like a
Oh yeah.
but like less hot. I feel like people could do it a lot less hot than they do.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Like
I don't
three
know.
like
Maybe like
380. Like 380 for like 2 seconds.
some. Yeah. So definitely like something with like a lot less surface area. Like if you had a hot tool of some kind, definitely like I feel like branding could be a big thing. I would probably if I were a slightly different dude, I would probably be very into like scarification for the purpose of aesthetics.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that because it's people associate burns way more with like harm than like like if you get burned it's an injury, whereas if you get like poked with a needle, it's like
Yeah.
it's not really necessarily. It's more like a medical context, even though those people are in no way medical professionals.
Well, no, they are. They really are not.
But okay, I would actually trust like most tattoo artists, or not most tattoo, because I feel like there are way more artists than there are good artists. But still,
Yeah.
I feel like they translate pretty well to like surgeons if they were to try.
At least for like minor surgery, like I think they would be good. What am I trying to say? I feel like they would be very good surgical techs. I feel like every good tattoo artist would be at least a pretty good surgical tech.
Yeah, I feel like they're you know how like barbers used to do surgery because like they could line
Yeah,
your shit up nice, so you know they could also like get your veins. I
yeah.
feel
Or
like
like dentists and whatnot.
yeah, dentist, doc,
Well, dentists are like closer to being medical than yeah, but I understand the point.
yeah. Dentists kind of always feel like a fucking scam though. Okay, because let me tell this story because so there was a while where I was just like there was about a year where I was just losing fillings. Like I'd just be
Oh
like
yeah.
they'd usually come out when I was flossing and I wasn't flossing hard, but they were like, oh, you have a bunch of cavities, you need to like floss more and shit. I'm like, I don't know, maybe that works, but like,
So you were flossing with purpose.
I was flossing with purpose, but like my fucking fillings kept coming out, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I wrote a bad Google review of my fucking, because it was like literally like the 7th time that like the same filling had come out. There were like 2 or 3 of my like 6 or 7 fillings that were consistently coming out. And I was like, hey, fucking do better. Because there is nothing worse. I don't care if you have a gaping wound in your leg. You don't think about that as much as you think about something in proximity to your brain, in your head.
Oh yeah, something in your things like in your mouth is definitely like it's like inside of you versus outside of you. You know what I mean? It's a different type of problem for sure.
Yeah. I would rather have like a gaping bullet wound where the bullet went clean through like my arm or something than to have like a consistent like, oh, your fillings just come out, or like this is just a thing that happens.
Oh yeah. I would definitely I would rather have like stitches to worry about.
So I was like, yeah, no, real incompetent. Fucking my fillings come out for like the 7th time, and they keep putting it back in because they have to legally, but they don't actually fix it like enough that it stays in. And then they were like, oh, you're grinding your teeth. I'm like, well, why didn't you fucking tell me that? Like, at least on like by the 3rd one, you should have that locked down.
If something happens 3 times, it's a situation.
Yeah, and you're like, but like, it wasn't like that many times before the actual like, because they had like a bunch of like dentist techs doing the job, and then like the actual dude who like owned the clinic was like, okay, let me give it a shot, because you know, I'm the fucking only one here who had the knowledge and experience to open up his own shop. These other people all work for me and are in training. Which is why dentists have the highest suicide rate of any profession.
Serious?
In fact, they have like, if not the highest, like top 3 or 5.
Ooh, okay. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about that.
Just like dentists and suicide.
Oh wow! Apparently, people have Googled this a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was looking, I looked up suicide rates by profession, and next to it was dentists.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm reading a Vice article. Oh, that's something I wanted to get into. Fuck Vice. Because, like, literally, like, they used to, like, they got big because of, you know, like, the Crimean, like, incident where, like, Russia annexed Crimea? They were basically, like, a bunch of college kids and, like, shit like that. And they basically took, like, some of the most beautiful, like, war journalism videos and photos, like, professional, like, basically, like, cinematography, but, like, of a military conflict. And that's why they got big. But now they're just like, I rolled weed into the shape of a snowman. Now I'm gonna smoke it.
No.
Like, that's 95% of their shit right now. Like, they still have good stuff every once in a while, but they definitely went, like,
but it's mostly just, like, quality. It's like, it's like very liberal novelty is mostly their brand now, I feel like.
Yeah. Or, like, I talked to somebody who wanted to buy my pants. Like, some dude, like, literally, I read an article that was first of all, it was a Vice article. Second of all, it was a Snapchat Vice article.
Ooh, so, yeah, that's a double whammy right there.
So I can't even say that I read it before they changed the name for the first time. But, let's see. Farmers, fishermen, and forestry are actually at the highest risk. But dentists are at number 12. But
number 12.
But yeah. I guess along with other health professionals. But I have to imagine that other health professionals, they're just like, they at least have to have like some serious depression because they're not doing anything for the most part. There are a lot of shitty dentists. Like,
true.
I feel like the crossover, dentists are kind of like, it's more of a trade than it is a profession or like a medical profession. Because they're doing trade work but making medical professional money. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, no. You're literally just good for getting, like, you don't have to understand really anything about the human body as like a whole. You just have to understand like sort of the geography of the mouth, and that's about it.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would definitely say, like, I'm not trying to, like, shit on all dentists for, like, my mom's had a lot of problems with dentists, too.
Yeah.
Like, just in the way of, like, they'll do something that will, like, not correctly, and that'll create a problem, and then, like, solving that problem will be, like, the original thing and solving the problem will be way more expensive than just having done the original thing correctly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Like, I feel
I
like
always
dentists do
wonder,
that
like,
constantly.
because drilling out a bit of your tooth and filling it with like some polymer seems. I've never had a cavity that gave me a problem. I've had fillings that have given me a problem, and it could just be that I have the luxury to say like I've never had to get to the point where my cat. But like if it's a small cavity, I want to know like at what point it actually like will create problems for you because I've
Oh,
never had to.
it'll definitely be a situation at some point. Like I have,
Maybe.
what was I going to say? Because I believe I believe I have a cat, like I have a crown in one of my teeth, and like so I think that was a cavity that bungled at some point. I forgot I had a crown. Hold on, let me do a little mouth search. Oh, there it is. But
Also,
yeah. So like,
I had like a filling in the back of like one of my molars for like 6 months. It was just like sharp as fuck and poking into my tongue just because they
mm-hmm.
didn't like smooth it out or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like the next time I went into the dentist, he was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "You did that." And he's like, "Oh, did I?" And then he didn't even say like I'm gonna fix it, but he just like pulled out the thing and he's like, "Buzz, buzz, 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 buzz." He's like, "Let me fucking avoid this malpractice."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, dentists are definitely shady. They're definitely shady.
I understand not trusting dentists more than I understand not trusting doctors in general. But I did
Yeah,
talk to
yeah.
you about this. I don't trust old doctors, or at least doctors who like have been out of school and don't try and keep up on like try and keep up to date on new medical knowledge. Like if you aren't reading studies in your free time,
Oh yeah. So bad doctors.
I also don't trust fat doctors. Uh,
You know what? That is definitely
But
true.
not like a little pudgy or like
Oh
old
no,
and it
like
doesn't
fat, fat.
matter. But like I had a doc. Well, actually, no. I guess I could say it. My general practitioner for the longest
Mm-hmm.
time. I don't think I'm gonna be using him anymore just because like I don't live near him and I don't have a car to drive to him. But
Yeah.
my general practitioner for a while, he looked like I'm trying to think of. He looked like if you took like a ball of pizza dough and like wrapped a tissue around it when he was in his lab coat, but like if the tissue still had buttons, basically like the dough was pouring out through the buttonholes.
Oh my, oh
But
my.
like every time I saw him, he would like unbutton another button because he couldn't close the jacket he was wearing.
Oh
And
wow.
he was like a big guy, like he was like 6'4" or some shit.
Oh, so he was like actually fat, like very fat.
Yeah, so he was probably like 350 or something at least.
Oof. Yeah, no, like it's like one of those things, where like even like yeah, I feel like if anything, like if like your what am I trying to say? If what you do is predicated on keeping like what am I trying to say? If your job is to keep me healthy, I do not trust your advice if you are healthy, especially if you're supposed to be more aware of the consequences of being unhealthy. You
I
know what I
feel like
mean?
if you're at least aware enough to be like, oh no, I understand. I don't want to have to worry about retirement. But
Or
he
like
did not seem like he was that knowledgeable. He's like, I didn't drink. And I was like, well, you clearly ate though.
yeah, no,
I don't drink because I have a family history of alcoholism. Or like,
I mean,
or he's like,
you have
he said he didn't drink in college for that reason. I'm like, well,
oh yeah, like hey, maybe if you drank in college, would have thrown up a little bit of that food.
that's so fucked up. Oh my god, true. But at least like when you're drunk, you're dancing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
like you have the social aspect too. I guess you can have the
yeah, yeah.
social aspect and not be drunk, but it's also it's a shared experience. And if you can't
Definitely,
relate
definitely.
to it, like I don't. I mean, I don't necessarily. That doesn't apply to all things. Like I'm not like you don't have to have an opinion on crack before
Yeah.
I trust your like whatever, but or like you don't have to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
an
yeah.
experience with crack before I trust your opinion on it. But
True, true.
for sure, with like if you're like
You
marijuana's
can
gonna
manage.
make you rape and murder puppies, I'm like, well, have you tried it? Because
Yeah, no, like get one puff, take one sip. Like
and
these are
also,
things
I'm
you
not
can.
sure if I
These are.
want you to try it if you think that that's what you're about to
Oh
do.
yeah, yeah. Like because
It's
I
like
feel like
we
I
can
feel like
lock
it's
you in a
scary when
padded
people say that.
room, but like let's keep you out
Oh,
of
for
these
sure, for sure.
puppies.
Like I feel like most people, like no matter, like I'm not trying to make a blanket statement, but no matter what, like history of addiction, et cetera, other like predetermining factors there are, you can probably handle a little bit of most things in a controlled environment for sure. And I feel like you definitely should do that, or
Oh,
if you know what I mean, like safely, like as safely as possible. I suppose.
this is fucking perfect timing. Literally, uh, one of my friends, right, was like, he he was like, he oh shit. He was like, I dropped out of Penn State. I started working at Walmart because I'm going to Full Sail in Florida, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
And yeah, I think I mentioned him earlier already,
Oh
but he
yeah.
was like he he literally just like texted me. He's like, "Do you know anybody who wants to buy 20 milligram oxys?" I was like, "No, no, I don't. I don't even want to do that." Uh, I guess speaking of experience with fucking like harder drugs, oxy is so fucking lame because like you literally just feel nothing. Like one time I
Like
walked like 7 miles in the middle of the night because I was like crossed on like oxy and like weed, and
mhm,
it
mhm.
was freezing cold out like in the middle of the winter. But I was wearing like one sweater, and I didn't
Mm.
feel shit. Like I was like whatever. Like it's like people who get
Yeah,
struck by lightning. Like that's how fucked up my like sense of temperature was.
yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
what was I gonna say? Do you want to talk about the Holy Mountain finally?
Oh yeah. Just one second. I gotta text this dude. This is so
Oh
unprofessional.
yeah.
Um,
What is a
Don't
significant moral effort, though?
like what am I trying to say? Thorough commitment like to like a sufficiently noble goal,
Hmm.
and like nobility as like divine defined by the individual. Like you choose like what's like one of the best things you could do, and then you commit yourself wholeheartedly to doing that thing,
Well,
right? But
Timothy McVeigh had a noble goal, but he was the guy who
but
blew up the Oklahoma
ooh,
government building.
yeah, I was gonna say I did
So I
not
mean,
know who
yeah,
that was.
I would say they're like it's a bit too broad, but that's kind of
Well, like like I said,
it's
I'm
hard to make pronouncements about people as a whole. At the same time, it's
well,
not, but like
yeah, I was gonna
it's
say I
hard to
don't know.
do
I
it
don't
in a
know
way.
if it's difficult.
There's so many
No, but
aspects that like factor
like
into it. It's kind of hard to make a
I'm definitely
pronouncement.
not giving. I
But
haven't read a lot of Young as well, so I'm not giving like the what am I trying to say? The most accurate representation of his thoughts or anything. But here's what I was gonna say. I feel like yeah. Like in like related to what you said about like doing about like wanting to be like an emergency responder of some kind, like for like the status of it, and like by like what do you mean when you say the status
well, I
exactly?
mean, like you're chasing the actual like like being an adrenaline junkie for like emergency situations, and then also like being able, like it's so nice to be like, oh yeah, I called 911 because I thought this thing was an emergency or whatever. It's cool, it's nothing, it's whatever. I was just concerned about the lives of others. That's, I
Yeah,
mean, it's so egotistical, but like also so like divorced from ego or whatever. Because it's like
yeah.
it's a weird
I would.
combo of the two because
It
like
is definitely a weird combo.
obviously there's a biochemical like reinforcement of it to some degree where
Yeah,
where it's good to fucking help people because you'll feel
yeah,
great
but
once
it's
you do it, but like
yeah,
at the
and it's
same
but it's like
time,
definitely way harder than just serving yourself. So yeah. It's yeah, like
yeah, and then it's also yeah, I don't but here's the thing, I don't give a fuck if somebody's like, "Oh, I just want to be a first responder so I can get that first responder puss."
If
I give a fuck about that for sure.
I don't give a fuck if they're saving lives in the end, because it doesn't matter between the like.
I think it does matter. I think it matters a lot.
Oh, okay, sure. So you want the guy who's like, I mean, I don't
I want the guy who's saving me to care about saving me more than anything else that he could get from.
That's so egotistical.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You want okay.
Oh, this is I just want somebody to love me.
No. Like, okay, let's say you're in a hospital, someone's taking care of you. I've talked with my mom, because my mom's a medical professional.
Mm-hmm.
She's taken care of like a lot of people in hospitals, right? And she's really good at that. I'm not trying to toot my mom's horn, but she's the best CRNA on the planet, I think. But here's what I was gonna say: like when you're in a hospital and someone's taking care of you, you want them to take care of you as though you are someone that they care about. Like that's not. I don't think that's an inaccurate generalization to make. You know what I mean? Like, and so I suppose like, what am I trying to say? Like the reason that they treat you well. What am I trying to say? The reason that they treat you well matters, right? Because
I would agree that they should, but I would agree that I would say that in the same way that sort of like the deconstructionist philosophy that I think is the most accurate is like, or like, yeah, like everything's biochemical, everything's biophysical, everything's the series of chemical reactions, and so you can't. Yes, whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would say that in the same way it's impractical to do that. It's impractical on a large scale. Like or rather, like I don't see how it would be feasible to make that a profession. Like it would be, it seems like it would be more like you could only get that kind of care if people are living in really small groups and you actually know these people and you.
Oh no, you can't.
People. Like in a small in a small town, I bet you could get that shit.
Yeah.
Like where nobody moves, nobody moves in, nobody moves out. I bet that everybody at the hospital like actually has some sort of genuine care for this person to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I would broad strokes agree with that.
Relative to like major metropolitan areas, but I don't think it's a feasible way to do things. Basically, like I would rather be cared for than not, but I would also rather receive medical care with
cared for caringly than not. Yeah,
I would rather be cared for caringly than not, but I would also rather be cared for than not.
Cared for at all as opposed to not cared for.
So yeah, you're like lowering the standard of who.
Oh yeah, no, and like if I can't tell, I don't care. I suppose. Yeah, because I suppose it's like a given in most situations. But yeah, if I can't tell that the reason you saved me from that burning building so well is because someone's gonna suck your dick about it later, right? As opposed to you just love saving people from burning buildings. Like if I can't tell, I don't really give a damn. I guess I got saved, right? So, But what was I trying to say? I feel like for that reason, I feel like
medical care though. I would actually agree that people probably recover better when they feel like
being cared for. They definitely do.
Almost certainly. I don't have the facts to back that up, but I almost guarantee you that is the fucking case. Like,
I would put my
nurse that cares for them. Like, if they have like that's why you visit people in the hospital.
Like some kind of like very supportive individual needs to be present during the recovery period. Yeah, I would put money on that. Like what am I trying to say? Increasing the rate at which you recover.
Yeah, or like the chances that you don't die or something.
Yeah. Or at least even if it's not like a physical recovery, like it's like a psychological recovery or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
because
life treatment is pretty dog shit. Like the reason a lot of old people are just in hospitals for fucking ever is because. I mean, I feel like there's some degree of exhaustion where you're like, just fucking die already, okay? Like even if I help you through this, you're gonna be sick again in like a year, and then like I just want the closure, right? Like because you're not gonna get so much better that you're never gonna be sick and in this position again. There's a lot of factors psychologically in there.
Yeah. And like caring for like really old people, which I've got a lot of experience with old people dying very close to me. Well, when I say a lot of experience, I mean I took care of my great grandmother like in my apartment when she was dying of like breast cancer, and then I was very close to I had a friend named Eileen who died at like 95, and I was there and I saw her like decline of like losing her independence and whatnot. Yeah.
Like the shit that was really awful. There's like some distant I think it was like my grandpa's sister or something, but she was in like a hospital in like, she lived near nobody that was like part of the family, but they put her in like a hospital in Illinois because she had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And I visited
Yeah.
her like one time, and first of all, the place looked just like not a. When I say hotel, I don't mean that in a good sense. It looked like a,
Oh yeah.
but it looked like just like a hotel room basically. It's like
Like a piss in the sheets hotel.
yeah, like a hotel you would fucking like calm on the curtains like.
Yeah. Like a hotel where you sleep in a sleeping bag on top of the bed.
A hotel sex hotel. Like, oh, let's fucking
Yeah, a drug deal, weird sex hotel. Yes.
yeah, it's like a hotel you give tattoos out of.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Okay.
To rock stars on tour.
Yeah.
While they like snort lines of whatever.
To 14-year-olds with money.
Yeah, 14-year-olds with money that are also on tour with the rock stars.
Yeah. Oh man. But
when do you think Justin Bieber first snorted coke?
Wait, say that like cocaine or like just
Because
anything?
I guarantee you he snorted coke at some point in his life.
Wait, hold on. I'm
Justin Bieber. When do you think the first time he snorted coke was? Like, how old do you think he was when he
you know,
first
probably
snorted
like.
coke?
Geez, probably like 16. Probably 16. I would put money on it.
I'd say. Wait, when did he blow up?
He blew up. He blew up like around 14. I want to say.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Like we could look it up. I can look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, sure. When did Justin Bieber get famous?
Yeah.
2008, and he was. Let's see. So 2008, or no, 2009.
How old was he?
2009 was when I guess Baby. I would say Baby was like.
Okay, so he was 14, yeah, when he got famous, because he would have been 14 in 2008, right? So yeah, I would bet 16 is when.
I would say I'd say probably 14 then, maybe 15.
Serious?
Because he was.
I don't know.
Okay, because his first big song was with Ludacris, right?
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know. Maybe he put it off a little bit.
Like maybe 15.
Mike Tyson did acid at like 13 or some shit.
Well, yeah, but like so did Joey Diaz. He was nobody.
Exactly. So I feel like it doesn't. No, he wasn't nobody. Like he was like already getting trained to be the best boxer in the world. Because he was like.
No. I wasn't talking about. No, I wasn't talking about Mike Tyson. I was talking about Joey Diaz. Yeah, Joey Diaz was just a dude.
He's like, I did acid when my mom died.
I found my mom's body. I can't even do it. I can't even fucking do it. He's so funny.
Joe Rogan. Listen, Joe Rogan.
Let me tell you something, Joe Rogan.
Let me tell you something, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, if you ever try to lose weight and you don't lose weight. Have you seen his Weight Watchers bit?
I haven't, no.
Oh, you should really watch it.
I've definitely heard him talk about Weight Watchers, but I don't know his bit about it.
Oh, like it's a bit. He hasn't. It's not like a bit. It's a bit on It's when he talks about it on Joe Rogan. I thought it was funny as hell because he's like, "You're a pussy if you don't use Weight Watchers." I can't do his voice, but that's what he says.
Yeah, that's great.
And like below, I think you kind of are. Well, also, for sure. If you're trying to
let's talk for a second about Joe Rogan because I don't think that you can be on TRT and sell supplements.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That's real pussy shit. Like I don't care if the supplements work. If you're like. Because, like, basically the reason he's able to sell it is because he's jacked as fucking 55.
Yeah.
And the reason he's jacked as fucking 55 is because he's been shooting, like, D-ball at his ass with a medical prescription since, like, 2002.
That's true. Well, he was ripped. In his defense, he was ripped before.
Yeah.
Because he's like a lifelong martial arts practitioner.
But at the same time,
comments on
and he didn't compete for a while, so... But here's the
thing. That's true. And he didn't fight like in the UFC proper. Like he was never like he wasn't a UFC fight like an MMA fighter at any point. Like at least not like big
Taekwondo champion or something.
Oh yeah, no. Like he was a high level fighter, but he never fought like in like big televised UFC as we like understand.
Taekwondo champion in like 1980 is that impressive because
It's pretty impressive. Oh, right. I forgot. I'm a Taekwondo dude. Hold on.
No. I mean, for the time though, right? Yeah. Because it wasn't like on everybody's radar. Like it was because of like Jackie Chan and like Bruce Lee and shit.
I mean,
like it wasn't
when you
like
say
martial arts.
When you say
martial arts now are just starting to get like some of the athletes from other sports. Like people who would play football because that was the only way that they could get a career. Now
they're becoming like fighters instead.
So I feel like even if it's if it's still impressive, it's not nearly as like he would get his ass beat by like pretty much every young person now, even if he was as young as he was then, I think.
Okay. Are you asking me like how much skill does it require to be like a national level Taekwondo practitioner?
No, I
mean, is that the question?
I'm not asking you that, and I don't think you could know the answer to the question I am asking, which is
what it takes. What
it would be like to do that like 30 years ago when nobody was doing it.
What it was like 30 years ago, probably. Well, I don't know.
I don't think it's easy. Don't get me wrong, but obviously like. More people are doing it now than ever, though, is my point.
Well, yeah, but, like, what am I trying to say? Well, like, my understanding of, like, I don't know a lot about, like, I don't know as much as I would like to know about who specifically trained Joe Rogan, right? But, what am I trying to say? Apparently, like, Joe Rogan was trained, like, Joe Rogan was, like, he was 2 degrees removed from the dude who, like, developed modern Taekwondo. Like, is my understanding of who trained him. Don't quote me on that. I can actually I can look up about, like, who trained him specifically.
Yeah.
Because... Yeah, no, like Joe Rogan's like I would say that definitely like when he was our age, he definitely like Joe Rogan when he was 19 could have kicked my ass for sure.
Oh, his kicks are no fucking joke.
Oh no, he fucking cracks the back.
But also, he's on those PEDs, so
no, that's true. That's true.
He's like kissing harder than the sun.
Oh,
yeah. But also, okay, I feel like at the same time, let's talk about PEDs a little bit, I guess. I don't really give a fuck.
Hold on 1 second.
Do you care about like people who like high level athletes who use PEDs? Because I feel like at high level,
I care about competition. I don't care about I mean, if you're just like an athlete, like if you're just like I do my sport just because I fucking love it. You know what I mean? Like I think I don't give a fuck really. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Batman's definitely like no one ever talks about it, but in the comics, Batman's definitely like juicing in some way for sure. You know what I mean?
Alfred comes out with that fucking silver tray, and underneath it, he just has like a tube of test.
Oh no, yeah, Batman's on steroids for sure.
Alfred just takes a little razor, shaves a tiny patch on his ass, and then shoots it right into his cheek.
He's probably got like a port. He's probably got a built-in port. Like that's some shit Bruce Wayne would have for sure.
He just has like one of those IV things like right in his ass.
He's got a button. He's got a button on his utility belt for sure to juice like when he's in the field.
I feel like that's been in the comic before.
Oh, like not in definitely not like I don't know about in a Batman proper comic like something that's like canon, but definitely in a comic for sure about like a non-powered character.
There's this anime called Gaunt's, which is all about like fighting aliens and shit, and they have these super suits that 100% are just shooting tests into these people and stuff, or some sort of like super serum, because basically like in physiological basically like when they like contract their muscles, the suit gets bigger around them, and it has like all these all these little nodules all around their body. So like on their neck, on their pecs, on their like on every single one of their abs, on all their major all their major muscle groups, they just have these fucking like little alien government steroid patches or whatever, probably.
Yeah. Oh, there's an interesting book by my favorite neuroscientist who I'm about to start reading. It's about what am I trying to say? It's about like Captain America, and so it's essentially about like augmenting like it's about like the what am I trying to say? The real possibility of creating like a super soldier with like the modern technology we have to manipulate the human body. It's pretty interesting though.
Oh, we already have them.
Like, we definitely talked about that.
High level Navy SEALs. Those people are definitely shooting steroids and shit. And nobody gives a
Oh
fuck.
no, like I don't even mean in the steroid type sense. I mean like
I mean steroids were the result of the super soldier programs. Like steroids and acid were like the results of like super soldier programs.
Well, no, but I mean like I mean like using CRISPR to increase your strength like 30%. Yeah. Yeah, but like, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, for sure. Like, so the moral of the story is I don't give a damn about juicing if you're not a competitive athlete. But if you're trying to like see how good you are relative to other humans, I don't think you should.
Well, here's the thing though, because at a high level or whatever, if you're fighting all the time, right? This is the argument for me. For fighters or like baseball players. Baseball, the people play like it's like 200 games a year or something.
Oh yeah, I mean like as a recovery aid,
yeah, as a recovery aid, go for it, whatever. Like
yeah, but like if you're like a powerlifter or some shit, you know what I mean? Like,
no, if you're a powerlifter, 100%, because powerlifting gets boring because basically if people are lifting the same weight for 35 years, people don't care and it's hard to pay attention. So like when Thor Bjornsson is fucking shooting test into his packs, I'm like, of course, lift 50,000 pounds. I want to see you pick up a truck with 2 fingers.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, well, like I feel like that's what am I trying to say? I feel like maybe powerlifting is different. Well, because I feel like we kind of hit. There's like a very obvious cap to what you can do as a powerlifter, even if you train like forever. Like if you're just like an unenhanced human, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I think that for longevity, you shouldn't do it. I think that, I think that it's definitely way more impressive if you're not juicing and you beat somebody who is, because at that point, it's like, what the fuck are you juicing for? Like you need to be at the level where you've hit your max, right? Like where you
like if you have done the best you can, like the best people can do, like if like without juicing, just a little bit.
Shoot that baby juice right into your fucking veins.
I feel like you're like definitely like I feel like there should just be like a roid league. You know what I mean?
Well,
like there should be like
an experiment. There are untested leagues which are effectively roid leagues, and then there are also almost all leagues are roid leagues because nobody has USADA testing other than like the UFC. Like
I really
like when you're in the NBA and stuff, they're like, yeah, you can smoke weed 11 months of the year. But 1 month of the year, you have to quit so you can piss clean once a year. But also, here's the other thing, right? Because you retain the cell nuclei of muscle cells, like, no matter what you do. So if you build the muscle cells, they'll just get smaller, right? But then once you start training again, you'll still have them and they'll get fucking jacked. Like, somebody who has taken steroids in the past but is no longer taking them will 100% of the time be way stronger than somebody with the same physiology who has never taken them. And so I feel like the move might be take a bunch of steroids in your 20s before you actually compete, and then just cut it out and retain the cell nuclei and be massive.
Oh yeah. Like, what was I gonna say? I definitely do you think you would take roids at some point? I think about it all the time, just in that, like, with how quickly I would learn how quickly I would like to become proficient in as many martial arts as I plan to, which is only like 3, but still like proficiency, like actual like combat proficiency in like martial arts is hard. You know what I mean? So I feel like I would end up. I feel like I might like. I don't know how I feel about steroids conceptually. In that I hate cheating. I would probably like. It would be like a recovery aid first. It would be like I shot my body or something like that.
Yeah. I would because you use steroids. Like if you have a lung infection, they'll give you steroids because they're like, oh no, your body needs this.
Oh yeah.
But
you ever how do you feel about nootropics?
I feel like a lot of them are bullshit. But also, I use some of them, like caffeine and nicotine are nootropics.
Yeah.
Nootropic is a weird term, because it's basically anything that makes your brain function better, and that can vary from person to person as well.
Yeah, there's my understanding. I've still got to do some of the reading on it, but like there's like pretty what am I trying to say? Like the literature suggests that there's a drug called cerebrolysin. Have you ever heard of cerebrolysin?
No, I've not.
Oh, apparently it's like it seems to be like as far as like nootropic drugs go, it seems to be like relatively non-horseshit, but also is like what am I trying to say? Like I mean like well like relatively like mild, I suppose, but like actual effects on like brain function and like preventing like certain like neurological like diseases in like the future
The one
and
thing,
whatnot.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The one thing I
It's
really
pretty
really
interesting.
like is okay,
Mm-hmm.
microdosing 100% is great for overcoming like a fear of social like because I will fucking like I'll give like a 35-minute stand up set if I have like half a gram of mushrooms because like literally all my social inhibition or like not all my social inhibition but like the barrier to like being able to talk to random people, learn their names, and
Yeah.
entertain them is gone, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and also, yeah, like
Oh yeah.
my fear of
I
authority
also.
or whatever
Mhm.
wiped out.
Don't psychedelics also like my understanding is they've got like a very good track record of doing things like of like smoking cessation and stuff like that. Like
Um, yeah,
I
it
think
depends
there's
on each. It depends on the one you
oh yeah,
use, but yeah, yeah.
because I was gonna say I think I've heard of a study that has like with like psilocybin that suggests I think the rate was like
Well, literally,
85%
like
something
I'd say
like that.
the biggest reason. Well, clearly it doesn't work for me. But but the it's like when you're on them, you don't get buzzed from like nicotine because like it blocks the receptor. So literally like it's just giving yourself like 8 to 12 hours where you can't be like nick buzzed. And that's enough
Mm-hmm.
for people who are like trying to quit to like go through all the major withdrawal or whatever.
Oh yeah, no,
And
I
then
was gonna say
also
I feel
have
like
like some
yeah.
sort of experience. But like there's some I think there's like a sort of like a it also like kind of resets your or at least like gives you a new perspective on like the taste or like feel of a cigarette and stuff. So like
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's like this one that basically they're called like Hawaiian baby woodrose seeds. I can't recommend anybody does it. In fact, I would recommend you don't. Basically, you feel like vomiting and you will vomit usually like one time. I've never thrown up, but if you're like
Ever in
light
life.
no, not once. But I've never thrown up from them, but like I know people who have uh on the regular, like almost every time. I think it's like a body weight thing. But like
Oh okay.
you want to throw up because if you don't, you're just gonna feel like you're gonna throw up for like 8 hours. And
Oof.
but I've also heard not from anybody I know, but like from some like content creators I follow, like it helped them
Some
quit
shady
smoking.
online people.
What's
Oh
up?
okay, okay.
Oh, because they
I was gonna say shady online people.
shady online people, but they were like talking about how basically because they wanted to throw up and they were also like
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes because they were tripping and they wanted like the nick buzz and stuff or like
Oh okay.
they were like doing it like out of habit rather than out of like
Yeah.
whatever um
Yeah.
that basically like it was like a conditioned response to like hate the taste of cigarettes after it because they associated
Oh
it with
okay.
like the throat feeling and
Like the Ludovico technique from Clockwork Orange.
yeah, yeah, but like it's just a conditioned response, but yes.
Oh okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's like it's a conditioned response but in a bad way. And it's like
yeah, yeah,
rubbing your
yeah.
dog's face in their piss. But like
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, I think I don't love the concept of that, but at the same
Yeah.
time I do because you know like if you hate yourself when you're tripping, then
Mm-hmm.
then you at least understand what you need to change usually. Um
True.
Also, yeah, I want to talk about this a little bit. I think people definitely overblow the effects of psychedelics and stuff. Because, like, I know people who
Mm-hmm.
are, like, still searching for some sort of, like, higher meaning and to meet God or some shit. I know, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
literally all they are is, like, some fucking drug addicts that, like, will
Oh
take,
yeah.
like, 5 tabs twice a week. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, 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 chill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I feel like
get
yeah.
a
I
general
feel like.
sense beforehand with what you want to like actually address or
Mm-hmm.
don't and just use it to like watch videos but don't go that deep like just like
Yeah.
watching music videos or something but like
Like yeah. I feel like it's yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's like a what am I trying to say? maybe like the overarching problem would be like just people looking for like what am I trying to
I
say?
don't think I've ever told anybody this story, but like one of my best acid trips was this.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there was this time I had like this night light in my bathroom, and
Mm-hmm.
I've never had like full on visuals from acid because I am
Yeah.
a responsible user. I don't go like 15 tabs deep and just see what fucking happens because I want to maintain
Mm-hmm.
not maintain control, but like I don't want to break shit or
Yeah.
do some shit that would get me in trouble legally. like
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
running around naked outside or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say you're not trying to get arrested.
Yeah. Um but basically like I was like basically like really mesmerized by like the shadows as they like cuz like the nightlight would flicker, and so like as I
Mm-hmm.
like moved my face, the shadows that were like hitting my face were moving, and like I kept like blinking and shit too, and
Yeah.
I basically like saw my reflection in the mirror, and like as I was like taking like different positions, like standing and looking at myself and stuff, I saw like
Yeah.
basically like the scope of my potential, and I was like, so like I looked at myself and I saw myself as like some fucking strong, like massive, like fucking like military leader or some shit, like
Yeah.
taking like standing in like that position. I saw myself
Yeah.
in like the sort of stereotypical like weak positioning, like shoulders slumped, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was
Mm-hmm.
really valuable, even though it's kind of hard to describe to somebody. Like,
Oh no.
but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like you get the gist of it enough, but you don't necessarily get the
Mm-hmm.
transcendent meaning. But yeah, like you don't understand what I was experiencing necessarily.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, like when you try and describe your dreams to people and whatnot.
yeah, it's very much in the same way. But yeah, that was interesting. Um,
Hmm?
and look at me now, I'm doing a podcast.
Oh man.
Pirates by
Oh man.
day, podcast by night.
Yeah.
It's all day.
Oh man, how many listeners do we have?
At least two,
At least two. At least two, and that's all we need.
maybe three if you count NSA. Woo! Use that joke for
I was
a
gonna
few
say
more seasons.
NSAs. Wait, say that again, bro.
Use that joke for a few more seasons.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I think that joke's gonna be funny until we can sell a T-shirt about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh man, I really like we definitely should make a T-shirt that's T-shirt that says this is the NSA's favorite podcast because it
Oh, that would
definitely
be
is.
great.
NSA,
That'd be
dude.
great.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like that's not an idea anyone can steal.
yeah. Also, also, I guess if we're gonna keep talking shit about Joe Rogan, I mean, I listen, so I can't talk that much shit. But um, he he likes cops a bit too much.
Wait, who?
Joe Rogan likes cops a bit too much. But like,
Wait, oh
what?
yeah.
Yeah. But like,
Wait.
what?
Oh, I was. Who are we talking about?
Joe Rogan
Oh yeah, he
likes
does.
cops a good bit, and
Oh
I
yeah,
like the
yeah,
idea of liking them as people or whatever, like an understanding like the difficulties that come with the job or whatever.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like for
yeah.
somebody who doesn't think that the president should exist,
Yeah, like
he should
yeah,
have a more
yeah,
nuanced position on like what our security force should look like.
exactly, exactly. Like, cause like I feel like cops. Like I was talking to someone in like this horseshit class I had this one time. Like oh, remember like critical thinking that horseshit class?
Yeah.
I was talking to someone. I decided I was bored, and so I hijacked the class and made it into a discussion about police. And I was talking to someone about it, like about police, and I was like, they're like what a little kid imagines like the daily arbiters of justice as. I feel
Yeah,
like
but
cops are
like really
definitely
they're
the
just bureaucrats because like
yeah.
I don't like the idea that somebody else can get away with something that I can't because like
Exactly.
I've
That's I
reported
really.
noise violations before, and like
Mm-hmm.
cuz I'm like, listen, somebody in my fucking house is like throwing a concert at like 11 p.m. on a Thursday night and I am so hungover and I'm not going to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they didn't get there until like 4 a.m. and then they called me like, yeah, nothing was going on. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Get here when I call you then. Like, if your entire job is enforcement of that, which it is, because the same, like, they don't send opioid emergency people to that. They don't send like their narcotics team to that. They don't send any of that
like
shit to
you're
that.
the noise cops.
You're the noise cop, yeah. You're like the parking attendant whose job this is. And I don't even want them to have punishment. I just want a figure of authority that, has the shit to back it up to say like, hey, pipe down a little bit. Other people have a problem.
Like, hey, please be quiet.
Because I don't have that fucking power. But I'm just some dude who lives in the same building. But but then also like
I mean, well, you kind of have that power a little bit. I don't know.
A little bit, but
Yeah, I feel like one of my main problems with police. I think I was watching this one show and they said I forget which show it was, so it doesn't even matter. They had this quote though that I really liked, and they were like well, I think it's weird. I think it's super weird the police carry guns. Like, I get why they're like what am I trying to say? I get why some cops should have guns, but I feel like all cops always having guns is weird.
I don't think that they should carry them unless it's in response to like.
Yeah, like if someone's like, hey, exactly.
In this, like, we heard gunshots in this area, for sure come with the gun.
Yeah, exactly. But if they're like, someone's being noisy next door, don't show up ready to kill. Like, I feel like it's unnecessary.
Like, literally.
And
like, yeah. Especially because like most people are smart enough, even in like Mexico and shit, the cartel will not kill DEA people for the most part, because like they're like, we don't want the full brute force of the U.S. government coming down on us with like the military, and that's gonna happen. Because basically the entire reason, if you've seen Narcos, for like our war in South, like our like a strong DEA task force that does like narcotics operations in like South America, is because one fucking guy got tortured to death that was an American citizen, and they were like, whoa, he's a U.S. citizen, give him all the funding they need. And
don't touch our dudes. Like,
it's like, hey, it's like it's basically like somebody fucked with your kid. They're like, no, law enforcement and a U.S. citizen, you better back the fuck off.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't matter if you back the fuck off, because your head is ours now.
Yeah.
Like, present your head on the chopping block, and
you're gonna want to mail me. You're gonna want to mail me your own chopped off head. That's about the easiest this is gonna be.
Yeah, your cock and balls need to be in a flat rate and envelope by the end of the week.
Oh no, you're gonna want to kill yourself right now. You're gonna want to kill yourself, kill your kids,
kill your goldfish.
Ruin your own reputation, burn your house down. You're going to want to do all of that now.
We're going to charge you with like molesting some kids, so you might as well get that out of the way too. Might as well.
Yeah, no, we're going to
charge you with
we're going to make. Yeah, no, we're going to say you. Oh no, we're going to say you started World War I.
We're going to say you're responsible for Tuskegee. You raped all those kids that Michael Jackson talked about. Yeah.
Oh no, like you sexually assaulted all those actresses.
Yeah. You made.
You're Harvey Weinstein.
Well, actually, it is true. If you're in like Brazil, like if you're an actress or some shit, you're 100% dealing with the cartel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
They're like, oh no.
Well, I feel like
an actress. I think you mean our whore. They're like, well, like
they're trying to. They're like, I guess I'll stay alive.
I was watching, like the whole Steve Harvey thing where he was announcing the Miss Universe pageant.
Oh, and he bungled it bad.
He fucked up the name, but it was like
waited too long.
It was the girl from like Colombia or something, and she's like, I was watching this like breakdown of it, and they're like, finally, I get to escape sexual slavery. I don't have to like package cocaine in a hot warehouse anymore. Once she got the crown taken away. For sure, he shouldn't have had to be the one to come back out either, because the name on the card, I don't know. Was it Was
Oh
it
no, like
his fuck
I
up, or
thought
was it like a tech person? Because I don't know.
I feel like I feel like like I'm not trying to shit on Steve Harvey, but I feel like they only put like 4 words on that card. They're like first this country, second this country, or some shit, just because they don't want you to fuck it up, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's high stakes. But like I like because I've watched like or not watched, but I listened to the clip because they played it on a podcast I was listening to,
Mhm.
and he like they made the mistake, and then he made the mistake, and then they waited like super long. You know what I mean? Like it's like you,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like
Like
5 minutes or something.
it was
at
like
least.
5 minutes of celebrate. Like people were almost calming down.
Like honestly, just like at that point, just be like, you both win.
Yeah, like just let her keep it or
Like
some shit. Like you know what I mean? Like give one of them a lot of money. Give one of them a lot of money.
or like just give it to them next year or something.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like yeah, or like yeah. It was. I think it was everyone's bungle. It was everyone's
Yeah.
bungle.
Also, because like for sure, like in like South America, 100%. Like you can't talk shit about like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu dude because if
Mm-hmm.
you go into fucking South America, people are gonna fucking fight you over it. Like
Mm-hmm, yeah.
yeah, it's straight up like they're so
Oh no.
nationalistic. So like
Mm-hmm,
Steve
mm-hmm.
Harvey was like, okay, so you guys have the helicopter ready for me, right?
Yeah.
Like he realized as soon as he read it wrong, and he was just running for the elevator.
Oh like I should leave now before they kill me, before the mob turns my body into a thin red paste.
Yeah, I gotta leave before Pablo Escobar blows up my plane.
He's gonna cut off my mustache.
Yeah. Oh, did you
I
see
was like,
Dr. Phil shave his mustache?
no.
It was it was weird. I think he grew it back immediately, but yeah,
Oh
just
yeah, no, I was gonna say.
yeah, I'll send a picture in the Discord.
Oh, do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, what was I gonna say? We were talking about
The
like
Holy
cops.
Mount.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
also
cops too. Yeah.
it's super easy to kill someone with your bare hands too if you know what you're doing. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
especially like if
Like
it's two people or
one
one dude, you're
thumb
telling me you two can't choke out someone if you really need to?
one thumb on their trachea. That's about it.
Yeah. You're telling me that in most situations, because like if you assume like, let's say it's like some kind of like physical altercation, right? Like you can't send 2 dudes to take one dude without any weapons. Is that what you're telling me? Like 2 dudes who were supposed to have been trained?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, like
Like
honestly, just have more SWAT people. Like SWAT people, cause yeah, but like I mean, I don't know, cause I would I rather have like some SWAT people who are like trained in taking people alive, or like
I think because I don't know. I think we just kind of have to overhaul that. Like, I feel like police should like differentiate further, like how there are like narcotics and like homicide and whatnot. Like, I feel like there should be one number to call, but within the organization, well, I think everyone should train more because I like as someone who's like supposed to respond to emergencies, like I understand that you like obviously couldn't be like a 6-year situation, but like you know what I mean. Like everyone should be. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like the baseline for skill when it comes to diverse ways to handle a situation should definitely be increased.
oh,
But I feel
also
like,
so many cops do steroids.
yo,
Like state troopers, like it's upwards of like, I mean, I don't have the numbers on this, but it's like 80% are like jacked to the gills because they're like, well, no, it's illegal for everybody else, but like I'm fighting bad guys.
yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say,
also, I used to work at a grocery store, and one of the people who was like the head manager there, nicest dude you'll ever meet. But he worked he was like a prison guard, and he worked like the night shift, and so
Mhm.
he'd work like 18-hour days or some shit, and then he'd go
Yeah,
home and like work out.
yeah,
But I remember somebody was talking to him, like one of the other people who worked there, and they're like, so
yeah,
like, do you feel bad at all? Because like obviously there's some people in there who really shouldn't be, in there for the terms that they're there for. Like they're
yeah.
basically like, are you aware of the fact that
That prison
ev-
is bad.
that not everybody in prison deserves to be, and in fact, most
Most
people
people like
most
they don't
people
deserve the prison they're in.
most people don't deserve the sentences they get because most people are poor relative to the legal system. Like
Yeah.
so like yeah, it's most people could get their sentences reduced if they had like Jesse Smollett money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But like, but they don't have that. I feel like
What
that's
did he
some
say?
fucked up shit. Oh, he was like, oh no, they're all bad people. And I was like, whoa.
Woo! That's too many. That's the wrong answer.
I would understand if you're like, oh no, they've all done bad things. Still
But
wrong.
they're all
still
bad
wrong.
people.
Like, I bet that there's at least one wrongfully convicted person in like every single prison in the U.S.
For sure.
At least
I would put money on it.
At least, okay, 100% guarantee that in the lifetime of a prison, there's somebody who will be wrongfully convicted.
Guaranteed in the lifetime of a prison. But like, I would bet like, I don't know. I'm very
I'd
curious
say
about
upwards of 75%. Like 75% have at least one now. At least like somebody whose charges are, because like the way that prosecution works in the U.S. is they throw like as many charges at you to hope that they stick, even though they only really want to get you on one of them. It's like, hey, fucking like, you don't need to
try me for what you think I did. Like, don't try and get me with extra shit.
And also, there's so like you don't know like there's no education on what's illegal really. Like there is to some extent once you get into certain industries, but like
like broad strokes: don't kill, don't rape, don't steal, right? But like outside of that, like what is and isn't like illegal is very like.
Did you know
it's pretty nebulous if you're not looking for it.
If you use a phone to facilitate like drug sale or whatever, because the FCC regulates like phone networks, that's a federal crime.
That's horse shit. That's what else are you gonna do it?
Exactly. It's like what, like a pager or some shit. Like fuck off.
Like, hey, did you use your hand to punch him? That's like in addition to assault. That's hand punching. That's illegal. Like,
yeah, it's like, did you hit him in the chest? That's a chest.
You can't touch your fist to someone's chest. You can't do it.
Like, you give like a point system like in boxing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's 5 years life.
Oh. Funny as hell. But yeah, that's horseshit. It's really it's super horseshit.
Yeah, and I also don't like.
Well, yeah, I would argue that like the vast.
I think that it's so dehumanizing to have like restraints on people. Like, unless they're being convicted of a violent crime, don't put them in handcuffs. But most people show up in handcuffs no matter what.
Oh yeah, unless and like if you're like a 100-pound dude, you know what I mean? If you weigh 100 pounds, if you know what I mean, like if like the two, like, because there are always like two people walking behind you too. If those two people like have like 50 pounds on you, like if like you're like 120 and like both of the guards are like 170 or some shit like that, you don't need them in cuffs. You really don't.
Yeah. I think that also I would love to see like somebody like David Blaine or somebody get fucking like I mean because I think he can get out of other people's handcuffs, not just because like
not just trick handcuffs. Yeah.
No, most of them aren't trick handcuffs. They just palm a key.
Oh yeah.
But like he has that good magic where he just knows how the mechanics of it work in a way that he can manipulate them. But also for sure, if there are people who can manipulate your handcuffs, design them better.
Oh, exactly. Like, don't make like I feel like, what am I trying to say? Like, the government has enough money that like if you what am I trying to say, that like to make like handcuffs that you actually can't get out of, that are like standard issue.
Yeah,
like for sure.
They don't make handcuffs, but they like how is a
if
company,
they did, you know what I mean?
Is a company that like license, because like any of these fucking like Lockheed Martins or stuff that like make military things, how the fuck have like if I went to like fucking arrest Osama bin Laden and he was like because it would have been way more impressive if they took him in alive, first of all, but also he would probably have died in prison, so it wouldn't really matter. And also people would be pissed. Imagine that would be weird. I think that people would be upset at the people who like arrested him, because even though they would have probably fought through like a firefight. Like, and it would be the same people, too, who are like, we love our troops. They'd be like, those pussies should have shot him. I'll tell you what, fur.
Yeah,
They should have
for sure.
strapped him down and tased his balls till he
Oh no,
fucking
real
bled out through
types.
his nose. Like,
Oh, but the number on how many people are false convicted. Wikipedia says that, and hold on, I'll look for like a more concrete number, but apparently it's in between 2.5 and 5% of all prisoners,
Jesus
which is a
Christ.
which is a lot. Like one study estimated that up to 10,000 people may be wrongfully convicted of serious crimes each year. Now I'm gonna look for a more concrete number because that sounds like a little clickbaity. But like I'll try and find like a reference, like a good reference.
Also, the way that, like, I think that if you're accused of anything, you should get, like, not just a lawyer, like a public defendant, because public defendants are bullshit. You can defend yourself better than a public defendant can defend you in most cases. Just
Mm-hmm.
because, like, if you actually put in the time to, like, research your case into the law,
Oh yeah.
you have more time to defend yourself than a public defendant does to defend you.
Oh, for sure. Like I feel like a lot of what am I trying to say? A lot of jobs, especially legal jobs, are how good are you at Googling and public speaking? Like how good are you at those two things?
Well,
Because if you're really good,
job, there's like like most lawyers don't know the law that well, which is why they have like somebody who's an entire department of like their legal firm who's dedicated to doing like the busy work of like
oh yeah,
case law and stuff.
like being a lawyer seems like advanced debate club a little bit. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie to anyone.
for sure.
Because like I know for a fact I could be a good lawyer next week if I needed to be. Like if I like for a case, you know what I mean? Like if you needed to be, couldn't you be a good lawyer next week?
For like a small enough case, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like yeah. Like if someone's like, I'm not
Also,
trying to pay this ticket.
I fucking absolutely reject the premise of a court, which is that it's like over in like a few seconds, and it also takes forever to prepare for, and like you don't know the other person's argument going into it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody should have to fucking prepare their argument and then like submit it to the other team, because like.
Oh yeah. Oh, because if you don't agree what you're arguing about, like you can't even like yeah. Like
Yo,
what am I trying to say? Like everyone needs to agree on the. Oh yeah.
A legal
please go
hearing
ahead.
should just be like a series of podcasts.
A little bit, like, or well, at least like you should all like.
It should be like that Joe Rogan Twitter episode where you have like a lawyer for Twitter, the CEO of Twitter, Joe Rogan, and like a journalist. But, like,
well, yeah.
Prosecution, and then you
Yeah.
have the defense, and then you just have like fucking, I guess, whatever. Also, does an investigation have to be concluded before a case can proceed to court?
I don't know. I wouldn't know that.
Because I don't think it should be. Like, I feel like if you're gonna bring evidence, you need to bring it for the day of the court or whatever.
Yeah. Like
I don't know, but
yeah, like I was gonna say I don't know. It just occurred to me that I talk shit on lawyers, but I have no idea about a lot of the specifics of the job.
The
but
one thing I really liked from Joey Diaz was he was like, well, because I think there's only like one public defender or something.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, he's like what?
It's if you're implicated in a case. You wait the other person out.
Oh no, exactly. Like to make sure they get the shitty one.
Because the public defender can't defend both. Like you can't have a public defender defending both of you.
Yeah, because it's like conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, and so then the state has to pay for like a good lawyer, and you choose it or something.
Yeah. Or like you definitely get a better lawyer than the other guy.
Yeah, you get a say, and then if that lawyer is shitty, you can just like. Basically wait for them. You can fire them or something.
Yeah, you're like, this dude's a piece of shit. Like, when are you gonna get it? Like, think his bit's like, when are you gonna get another lawyer? And he's like, I'll hire him this week. I'm calling him this week. And you just do that until it's too late.
Yeah. I also.
I
feel like everybody to some degree. Even if you think that like everybody who's on trial is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like even if they're. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there are less and less people now that believe that, but if you think that everybody... My dad definitely thinks that if you're on trial, it's because you did something wrong.
Oof, like, isn't that, like, that's super antithetical to, like, the whole, like, isn't, like, the idea of presuming innocence before guilt that, like, it's at the bottom of our justice system? Or, like, and I feel like it's weird that it's so, like, contrary in, like, a lot of people's minds, you know what I mean? like, oh well, we're talking about if they did something, that means they did it. Like,
Oh, he's like, at least did something, even if you're not guilty of what you're accused of. You're at least guilty enough that somebody had enough evidence to bring you into the court of law.
yeah, no, like, I feel like what am I trying to say? I feel like a lot of
But
like
I
I feel
guarantee
like
you'd
sometimes
be a hypocrite if the tables were turned.
oh, for sure. I feel like a lot of the what am I trying to say? Like a lot of situations, like if a cop were like, "Hey, you're being noisy" or whatnot, if that were not a cop, like I feel like what am I trying to say? I feel like a big reason to end up in court is that what am I trying to say? Cops have been given false authority, and you couldn't not show up to court. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like not showing up to court would have created a bigger problem.
I've heard about this thing called like a general strike, where like basically nationwide people in an industry that has like fundamental structural issues should like
Mm-hmm.
basically like maybe not unionize, because the whole like union structure has its own issues, but
Yeah.
and it's super hard to basically it's easier to fight the corporate system by like talking to HR people and stuff within the corporate system. Like if you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting paid, like basically it's way more effective to like blast a company out on Twitter, be like, oh, I got
Mm-hmm.
kicked out of a Starbucks because I was black or something, than it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
to be
yeah.
like, or like I got fired or paid less because I was whatever. And then
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't matter because the court of public opinion is on your side.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I was actually thinking about this. Literally just posting photos of like all my burns and injuries from Panera, and then posting it hashtag Panera people. Maybe
Definitely could get away with it.
like adding the CEO.
Oh, for sure, you could, for sure.
That'd be so
And you
fun.
definitely.
Just get an organized campaign going. But that would be way more effective than like getting a bunch of young people to understand the political system that exists right now.
Oh yeah. Because you're appealing from like what am I trying to say? It's a virtue of like you're appealing from like the top down as opposed from the bottom up.
Yeah. But yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, did you see this? Did you see this photo of Dr. Phil I posted?
Oh, hold on. Let me look at it right now. Oh, Jesus Christ! My phone's gonna die.
If you need, I can. Do you need a
plug?
plug?
No. I just have to plug it in. I was sitting next to a charger.
I need to pee.
Oh.
So.
Because I was gonna say, I also kind of have to go to the bath. Oh my God, he looks bad and weird. He looks very.
Like? What does he look like?
He looks kind of like Mark Hamill if Mark Hamill were bald.
Yeah, it's him. He looks kind of like a Mark Hamill. He kind of looks like Dr. Barber.
Like, I don't know how I would describe Will.
In that he's old and his eyes look tired. If he grew the mustache back, but just grew like a few hairs on his upper lip, he would look a lot more like Dr. Barber.
True.
But if he was smiling, like a really toothy smile, he would look like Dr. Barber.
Oh, I was gonna say, I also have to go to the bathroom, so if we want to pause to go to the bathroom, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll pause it, right? And we're back. Let's, I guess, wrap up our thing about the Holy Mountain before we move on to more interesting topics. So I guess if we want to go front to back now, speaking of front to back, what did you? I guess we could talk about like the mythological aspect of the movie. What do you? Because I love mythology.
True. I would say I do as well.
Mythologizing everything, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's the way stories are told the best, is like by mythologizing them to some degree.
You could also make an argument that that's pretty much how human memory works.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we could tie it right back in. This is a segue we should have used. Talking about the court of law.
Yeah.
Human testimony should not be used in the court of law unless it's hard evidence. Like unless it is used as like a lead to find hard evidence, human memory and testimony, especially because like I've seen so many fucking videos where like some middle class white bitch is like, I don't think that this black fella should get out of prison. I'm not comfortable with him being back in the neighborhood on probation yet. I'm like, well, fuck you. Did he do the time?
Yeah.
Is he rehabilitated? Will you ever think he's rehabilitated? Then shut the fuck up. but like he'll go back to
Yeah,
prison
yeah,
because of you. No. Fuck your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
testimony. I don't give a fuck what you think.
yeah.
It's up to
Oh
the
yeah, no, like
legal
he like.
system to decide if he's rehabilitated, not the fucking victim, because the victim will become
Oh
the
yeah,
fucking what's the like violator, I guess. There's a better word for that, but yeah, the victim will become
like
like the persecutor
like
at
an
a certain point.
instigator. Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
At
yeah.
a certain point, the
Yeah,
victim becomes the
yeah.
persecutor because their
Well,
interest
yeah,
is if their interest is just in like it'll be in punishment because yeah, if somebody inflicts punishment against you,
yeah,
you'll never think that
yeah.
they're ready to re-enter society.
Oh no, definitely. Human memory is like human long-term memory. I think like unless you're some kind of freak, and I mean that in the technical sense, human memory sucks.
Yeah,
Like it's not like also it's not like that's not what it's for. Like human memory does not give you an objective record of the past. It gives you like a model of the past you can work with.
yeah,
Like
and the
that's all.
model of
Yeah.
the past is usually way more extreme than it was
Mm-hmm.
before. Like
Yeah.
basically, like
Like
if
it's
some
literally.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's just like it's like a dramatization of what happened.
Yeah, because you don't really learn from nuance. You learn from like or like in like a endure and survive way, like in a natural selection way. It doesn't help for you to be like, "Oh, that burner was hot." It helps for you to
Yeah.
extrapolate, "Oh, Jesus, that burner was so hot, it almost set me on fire or some shit." Even if that's not
Yeah.
remotely what happened or
Well.
the burn I got
Yeah.
infected and it like even if it just like scabbed over or something like
Yeah, it's like human memory. It's like well, to the extent that what am I trying to say? To the extent that like we're like very like emotional creatures, and emotions have like very solid underpinnings to like biological mechanisms, right? Like memory is like that thing hurt me, right? Maybe I shouldn't go around that thing. You know what I like? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like it's a way to avoid suffering. Like what am I trying to say? It's like yeah, it's a dramatization. It's a dramatization. It's not yeah, it's not like the idea of empirical fact is something that like we constructed as like rational beings, and it's super different than the thing we
yeah
do to remember the
yeah
past. Yeah.
and empirical fact is 100% divorced from testimony well not 100% but it's divorced from human testimony like
Oh yeah, yeah.
somebody
Well,
could
like
theoretically be like they stabbed me right in the kid like they could give like a especially somebody who had like been in altercations a lot before could probably give you like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
well he hit me right in the clavicle and then at that point I knew my clavicle was broken and so I backed
I
off and
broke that clavicle 8 times. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
just trying to rack up points for the rounds so I could win or whatever, some shit.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like most people, like it's. I'll give you an example, and it didn't help me. I crashed my car one time, and when the officer asked me what happened, I was like, I don't know. It all kind of happened too quickly for me to tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I know that I saw the speed limit sign because I basically like I rear-ended somebody coming off of a highway that like a highway on ramp that was under construction, and
Mm-hmm.
so fuck Glenn Oha Baker and his whole family for like he needs to pay my ticket and all the damages to the car I totaled because which was my car because his shitty construction and lack of proper signage led to me fucking doing that. But basically, like, you need to like speed up to merge, right? You need to either speed up or slow down to merge because you can't full
Mm-hmm.
stop on a highway.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just like stop like it's a like yeah, like you're just like
Like it's yeah. You can't just stop like it's stopping.
yeah, because there's
Stop
not a
at time.
stop sign there on the fucking highway because you'll get rear-ended,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's reckless driving at that point. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, I speed up. I immediately slow down to 35 because the second I merge, I see like I run into the sign that says like slow down to 35. But then
Mm-hmm.
traffic is immediately at a like a dead stop, and so
Yeah.
I slow from 35 to 0, and somebody like merges right in front of me and cuts off all the time I have to like stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened anyway. I couldn't tell you exactly. It could have just been I
Yeah.
saw the sign and I couldn't slow down fast enough because the sign wasn't posted early enough. And even still,
Oh
like
yeah.
traffic
Yeah,
should
yeah,
never
yeah.
be at a dead stop on the highway. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like
No, like oh yeah, yeah.
a
Like
dead
in an
stop.
ideal world. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a dead stop, dead
a
stop.
dead stop because you're gonna have accidents. And even the officer who like like came to the scene to like direct traffic away from me and like help my car get towed off the highway because my engine died, so I couldn't even pull it off to the side of the road because my engine just got like blown the fuck up.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh no, this is like the 4th crash we've had in a week. I'll try not to get you a ticket." And if I had gone to traffic court, I probably would have won because of that. But you have to pay you have to pay like court fees basically. So even the court fees were basically the same as paying the ticket, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the whole thing. But basically, like my human my human memory is not as important as the fact that 4 fucking people have crashed on this shitty road in the last
like
fucking
my
week.
Experience. Yeah, exactly. Wait, in the week?
Yeah, in the week. It was like in the last week or two, like 4 cars.
Oof, yeah, crashed. No, that's definitely not you. That's a yeah.
I was like, yo. I'd feel bad if it was just me, but like the other person was old too, like, so like
most old people shouldn't drive.
Yeah, it was weird because like obviously he didn't. Like, he probably ticketed me because I was young and I wouldn't fight it, and he had a quota of tickets to make.
Yeah.
But also, like, that's such a fucking weird driving, like, a weird accident, because, like, usually, like, the older driver won't get, like, a ticket because they assume it's the young person's fault.
Yeah. But, which is weird. Because, like, driving is, because your reaction time is going to decrease over time for sure, because that's what happens, and driving is kind of a high reaction time activity.
Yes and no. Your reaction time is not going to be that good when you're just learning to drive. I say this as somebody who actually drives, or has driven.
Yeah. I don't drive. But, like...
That's fair, though. You don't need to. Fuck cars. You don't need to own one. You don't need to own one unless you're really driving, like...
depending on where you live, like, like, unless you have a commute, you don't need a car.
Yeah, and even if you do, literally just move to a, like, there's very few jobs that you couldn't just move to a city where you don't have to do a shitty commute like that.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's just not worth, it's like owning, like, a handgun or something, or, like, a lot of guns. Mm-hmm. It's like, yes, you have the potential to be more safe if you're ever attacked, but you also increase the chances dramatically of just dying or getting injured by like an accident. And especially cars and guns are like the same in that respect, where it's like if you have any sort of substance, accident. If you have any sort of like mental illness, accident. If you're old, accident. If you're dumb, accident.
Accident. Yeah.
If the car or gun has a problem, accident. Like, it's such a high stakes fucking thing to have. And yes, you might need it in sometimes, but if you can live without it, live without it. You know.
Like, I feel like definitely like once I learn to drive, like once I learn to drive, like I'll probably like. I feel like I would like. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, once I learn to drive, I'll probably like have a car just for moving my own stuff, just because I hate to carry stuff. Like, I'll have a car for grocery shopping. Like, that.
I would actually like to talk about that because I have a philosophy that one of the better exercises you can do, both like mentally and like physically, is literally only carry the amount of food. Like, only buy the amount of food you can carry.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
And carry the amount of food that you can, like... Yeah, basically.
Yeah, like, if you can't throw it over your shoulder and walk back to where you live, you shouldn't have that many things.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that doesn't apply to everything, but... Impractical, like, because, I want to sleep on a mattress and not the floor. I can't carry my mattress everywhere. Yeah, I have a computer. I can't carry that computer everywhere, but I mean, there's some things that it's good to have as fixtures, but like the stuff that like I feel like it's almost impossible to be like. I mean, not impossible, but like it's a good exercise because it makes you decide what you actually want to do because you fucking hate walking back to like.
Oh yeah, no.
Get the shit.
Like like yesterday actually, I what was I gonna say? I went to I took a bus. I took a bus and then walked to a Lowe's, and then I walked from that Lowe's to a Walmart, which was only like it's only like seven, like no, it's like 5 minutes to like, because they're like pretty close to each other. And then I walked from that Walmart back to my apartment building, which is like half an hour, and I was so sweaty. But I was like, this was definitely like, and like I mostly did it like I just like to know what I'm capable of. Like I was like, I'm not really trying to spend like an additional $250 to get on another bus back, or like wait an hour until that bus comes. So I was just like, yeah. But it was yeah. I think that is a good exercise. I would agree with that.
Shannon just texted me and she's like, "Please tell me you didn't quit." Because I left the group
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear that sentence.
I left that one group me, and so Shannon like texted me. She's like, "Please tell me you didn't quit." I was like, nah. I just am sick of people's shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I really like that. I don't live like that far away. Like I live far away from a grocery store, but I live like near a Target that sells food and is basically a grocery store. That's what most people use it as. And like the markup is not that much greater than an actual grocery store, and it's definitely like, as far as what my time is worth, it's way better to just walk closer and spend a little bit more money than to spend less money and walk and like be out a few more hours in like walking.
Yeah.
But
I live like I have kind of the opposite situation. I live like maybe like what am I trying to say? I live like a 15-minute walk away from like a discount grocery store where I only buy like eggs and like milk and like stuff, you know what I mean? Like I can buy like some core essentials like 15 minutes away, but if I want to go to like an actual grocery store with like all the stuff I need, then that walk is like half an hour.
I think it's also good because if I go to the Target near me, 95% of the time they don't have like chicken breast because all the fucking like frat bros and stuff buy it all because they're like, I need this in my protein shake so I can lift one day a week. I need to slurp down a fucking chicken breast like a goddamn lifesaver.
And then throw the whole fucking thing in there. Yeah. Oh man!
But I finally got chicken recently, and I'm so happy because I can cook like a motherfucker.
I was gonna say I'm gonna cook something with chicken tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I literally just learned how to cook chicken breast well in the oven, and ooh boy, it's nice. Oh, something else I've been doing a lot of is brie. I've been putting like a lot of brie on avocados and then putting that on top of some scrambled eggs, and that shit's banging. Also, blue cheese on eggs is one of the best things in the world. It's fucking amazing. Because it's like...
Oh, no, truly.
Like, blue cheese and a little bit of hot sauce on eggs is amazing.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know. I might do something. I might do something kind of stewish with some rice. Except I don't know if I have I think I have parsnips, but I don't know if I have parsnips. I don't know. I'm either gonna do something stewish or I might fry some chicken, like some chicken thighs or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like chicken thighs are the way to go if you're gonna go bone in. Because it's like, it's bone, but it's like a handle, not like a bone, like a fucking subway system of calcium throughout your meat. You chew around. That's definitely a move. But that's my general thing, and I'm also definitely a hypocrite because if somebody was like, oh yeah, I'll Uber you to the grocery store, I'd be like, fuck yeah, for $0.00, please Uber me to the grocery store.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah. I definitely created that philosophy because it was the reality that I was forced to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm too poor to take an Uber every day, and I have legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I just saw this is entirely unrelated to what we're talking about.
Cool.
What was I going to say? I saw
the topic.
There's public safety. I live at the off-campus housing in my college, and so for you listeners, they've got these rent-a-cops that show up at least once a day, and I saw one car leave, and then like one like public safety car arrived and then left, and then another one just arrived again, and I don't know why that is. But it's like the cars look exactly the same, so it's weird.
Yeah, it was actually the same car. It
It was.
left.
It could be. I don't know why they would just drive around.
Yeah, left. Got a Sam ditch. Oh, also,
But it was only like a 20-second difference.
I'm
Oh, but please,
definitely
yeah.
liking the townie, or becoming. I'm definitely starting to become a townie because like
Mm.
I know like all the food spots because I've gotten them all on Grubhub, and literally like price does not translate to value or to like value of the food at all around
To
here.
like food quality, like at all.
Because like yeah, you know like Solly Boys, right? For the
Oh yeah.
Solly Boys is a spot near us where basically like you just get like really good fries and way too expensive burgers, but the fries are like $6 and they come with like a shit ton of things on them.
Oh yeah. Their fries are pretty good.
That's in my top 10. Literally like the deli that makes you can the only place you can really get a Reuben around here that isn't at like a bar is like at the McClanahan's, and it's a fucking great sandwich, and it costs again like $6, and it's like a lot of food.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, fuck spending like $35 on like a
Oh, yeah.
pick two. So not
Oh,
about that.
for sure.
If you do that, you're a dummy.
Oh yeah, don't eat at Panera if you don't work at Panera. Like
Even
and
if
even
you do,
yeah.
actually, if you do, don't. Like, because you're still paying. Like, I guarantee you, any place that gives you a discount rather than free food, they're making a profit off of you buying the food there. Even if it's because it's
probably,
not. I guarantee you, the 66% discount doesn't cover the cost. Isn't just covering the cost of ingredients.
Yeah.
And that's a bad business model too. Like to have, you're gonna have resentment if your food costs a lot because you're spending a lot on ingredients, but like the people there aren't making much more than like a McDonald's worker.
Yeah.
Like not that I'd want
Like
to
not
work
much.
at McDonald's because McDonald's is way way more busy all the time, but still.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, yeah. Running a business is super weird conceptually, like from a lot of perspectives.
Yeah. I think definitely like with service things, we might have mentioned this before again, but if you can't like afford to pay your employees enough, like, and you're trying to get like a lot of business, you shouldn't have employees or you shouldn't be a business. Like if you're doing it by yourself and taking a loss, like you're working a shit ton of hours by yourself, that's great. Like if as long as it's like a very limited number of people who are like ready and willing to invest their time into a project, knowing that they won't make money at the beginning, but that the potential for making money with this organization is greater over time. Yeah, kind of like a podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, or like a small business, like, oh, we just make like artisan fucking like necklaces or something. It's like,
yeah.
Should you have an employee that you pay minimum wage? No, you shouldn't have an employee if you can only pay them minimum wage.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah. Like unless you can, like you shouldn't unless you can pay the people who work for you good money. You shouldn't have people work for you.
Yeah. Like especially
least,
if they have to receive government benefits because you're providing a shitty fake job. Like people as a whole would make more if like all the jobs that existed had to be like cost effective.
Yeah. That's true.
Or at least especially that would help middle management too, because like it would weed out all the shitty middle management that doesn't actually add value to a company, because they would have to justify why they exist.
Oh yeah, I want to look up the statistic, but because like I don't know if we've talked about it on air before, but like the vast majority of middle management like add zero or negative value to a company. I just want to know what the percentage.
I think that at the best they add enough value to cover their own paycheck, like, which is whatever, that's cool, but like if you're gonna create a job Like if you're just like, oh, I can wiggle my way into your business, but like I won't give your business more money. I'll like make it. I'll keep it at the same amount of money, but like I'll also just be getting paid to make these decisions
Mm-hmm.
that like pay for my check, whatever. That's just getting more money out of a business, but it doesn't. I don't know. Like you should be more of a consultant than like a full-time employee.
Ooh,
Like
I'm
get paid like a flat rate to like reorganize the structure of the company in a better way.
Oh yeah, what am I trying? Like I'm trying to find the specific statistic, but I'm on this Forbes article right now, and apparently a Harvard Business Review survey said that 58% of people say that they trust strangers more than their own boss, which is really funny.
I mean, I feel like that's just that. I'm surprised it's not more because honestly,
Really?
well, because here's the thing, right? I trust most of the people I work with. Like I feel like I would get along with most of the people I work with, like
Yeah.
regardless of the job, outside of
Mm-hmm.
work more than inside of work.
Oh, for sure. The context of work
It's like
definitely puts strain on
if you're like out
relationships.
at a bar or something and you like run into your coworkers and you didn't like I was talking about it, like some of our managers or whatever, or yeah, like some of the managers I've had have like talked about like going out drinking and stuff, and if I ran into them when we were out or whatever, that'd be so
Mm-hmm.
funny because like in a professional context they have control over you, but in a social context you're on even ground and you might even be higher than them. And I think that that'd be really funny.
I can't find an exact number, but it seems like the number on useless management is like 80%.
It depends on the industry, but yeah, I'd say that like, and
But
again, it depends on the
in
manager,
broad strokes.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that sounds about right because
But yeah, good worthwhile management seems to be pretty rare in the workplace on the whole.
yeah, because I mean, people already make managerial decisions to some extent.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, like also, I did like in the skimming that I did, the vast majority, like I think somewhere close to that 80%, like or maybe 70 or something like that. Most managers that they surveyed didn't receive any training to be managers.
Yeah, like at the best case, like they yeah, also like I feel like managers get fired less often than normal employees.
Oh, for sure.
And
Which is weird.
That needs to be a culture change if they're going to be
Yeah, because
valuable. Because their
Yeah, yeah.
job is like so high stakes, and if they're not
Yeah.
making money,
Oh no, exactly.
yeah, like I think was a manager for a while, and then she just quit because she's like, actually, I don't want to manage other people. Because, or no, I think she got fired because like she was a bad manager but a great employee. So she's just like,
Yeah, well, because like I think that's how it works most of the time is that you're good at what you do, and so they're like, instead of doing that, you should be in charge of like more people doing that.
I feel like that literally like middle management exists so that it can reward people who have been exploited.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like a pay increase.
Yeah, it's like a raise a little bit, but it's kind of like so that the people who are like 85 who have been working for like a grocery store for like 35 years can like have like a cushier retirement, and basically they can just make up for like fucking them
for
hand
having
over
worked in
fist,
groceries.
fucking them hand over fist for 35 years and paying them like 2% of what they bring to the company.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's what am I trying to say? It's real. I suppose in concept it's a slap in the face, but it's supposed to be like what am I trying to say? Like a slight repayment via like a marginal pay bump and status increase.
Yeah, it's like supposed to reward loyalty or whatever. But I feel like loyalty is not as important as quality of work. Like, how about you reward my loyalty and quality of work as I'm doing it? Like, we've talked about this before in our like in personal discussion, but like, if hey, like, I shouldn't need to earn a raise, or like if I need to earn, I mean,
well, the
rate you hire me at should be like a probationary rate. While you make an assessment of the value I bring to the table, and then adjust it accordingly. Because, like,
Yeah.
if I am bringing
Like-
you $50 an hour in profit,
Mhm.
I should be getting paid, like, what, like, maybe $40 an hour?
Something like that. Like,
$35 an
enough that
hour?
yeah. Because,
But
like,
we need to have a
still that,
discussion. Because if you don't
Yeah.
have the means of quantifying how much I bring to the table,
yeah.
then I shouldn't have, like, I should have, like, then at that point it should be on my terms to quantify how much
Yeah.
I bring to the table.
Oh
But,
no,
like,
yeah, I feel like it's like
it's your
definitely
job.
as
It's your
employer,
job to tell,
like,
like,
yeah, like you can't just not. You should have a not like on how much I'm worth as a person, but on how much money I bring you. There should be a number there,
that would be
right?
like if
and
in
you should
sports,
know.
right? That would be like if in sports,
Yeah.
they didn't have, like, the NFL Combine, or they didn't keep score. They're just like,
Yeah, exactly.
They're
There
just
should
like-
be stats.
just at the end they told you who won, and they're like,
Yeah, it's
well,
like-
I don't know. You can't really say that Tom Brady as the quarterback brings that much value to the table.
yeah, like yeah. Like
Pay him
what am I trying to
for
say?
every yard he runs.
Yeah, like it's like they should be like the position you occupy, like at peak efficiency. Pretty much, you should be able, like, if you're doing your job very well, that job is worth to us $50 an hour, right? Like, or you make us that much profit, like you said, right? And like, let's say the margin we can pay you is in between $20 and $40 an hour. We'll hire you at 20 so we can see how much money you deserve, and if you deserve the maximum amount of money, then you know what I mean. Like, there should be a threshold.
Even if it varied every day, like a raw percentage of the profit.
I would love that, actually. If like I could make like a maximal amount of money by balling or like by like hustling every day, I would prefer that than to be paid like the average rate for going above and beyond more than the average, I suppose.
And then,
you know what I mean?
It's so bullshit because you're like, because if they can only give a raise to like 8 people, but like if they can give $1 raise to 8 people, which is how it works where I work, right?
Yeah.
What if 16 people there are making you $50 an hour more than like everybody else? Like,
oh no, we've talked about Pareto distributions before. That's how it works. Like, like how many people do you think work at?
Like during the busy hours, it's like $50, or no, not $50, $50. It's like
okay.
50,
You said
it's like 50 to 60 people.
So like 50 to 60 people. All right. So
2 people.
Yeah, no, that means 7. That means 70 of. I'm sorry. That means 7 of you are doing like half the work. That means 7 of you are doing half of the work. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and
for sure. Like,
and maybe
if you don't know what the Pareto distribution is, look into it.
Maybe of those 7 people, like 0.5 to 1 are management.
Oh yeah. Like yeah.
Yeah. But also, I feel like there's people like customers too much. Like, as if you're, you know, like the business model of Supreme where they have very limited supply.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah. Yes. Like, because I think it definitely.
That way, it's like, hey, and literally, I've thought about it in the past, but last night we ran out of bread.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, why don't we do that every day?
Like like why don't we engineer it so we run out of bread?
Yeah, so we run out of ingredients every single day, because that way it basically makes it so that you can increase the price too, because people are like, you can get paid.
Yeah, no.
Basically, like, by who is willing to spend the most money there, and it's an artificial like supply decrease, and that's great.
Yeah.
That's a great business.
No, like,
because that way, you don't have to spend money on labor past when you sell out. Like,
oh yeah.
And
especially, I feel like especially if you're upfront about the nature of or not like upfront as in you like disclose it, but like it's very like the nature of your business model is obvious and consistent. Like this is how it works.
Like get it while it's hot or something is your business.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great business model, and it's a little.
I feel like it really is. Like the idea of making so much that people could never like. I think the idea of like the idea of an inexhaustible product.
You should never operate at a loss. Like
Yeah.
Because like basically like yeah, no, 100%. It should just be like
Yeah.
this is the stuff
And
we're
like
gonna
the
sell
yeah.
today, and if we don't sell it today, we'll sell it tomorrow. But like our goal should be to sell it all today, and if
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
have enough to sell tomorrow, that's a problem, and we'll fix it next year
That
at this
yeah.
day.
Yeah. Like I feel like the idea of like having an inexhaustible product or service even within like specifically bounded times is
Yeah,
weird.
like especially because
It's
like a lot of it exists because old people like want whatever they want whenever they want it.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, no. You
Yeah.
need to have the balls to say no to a customer as a business.
Like yeah.
Just
And I
be
feel
like,
like
hey, we don't have all day to make this money. You want good quality of you want good quality of service? You come between 2 and 10 and
yeah. Like that's when we have it. Like
that's when we have it. If you come
yeah.
later,
I think
sorry, it's gone. If you come
yeah.
earlier, sorry, it's gone. If you get here at
Yeah.
7 and we sold it faster, sorry, it's gone.
Sorry, it's gone. Like our bad, legit. Come back tomorrow. Like,
And also, from an ecological standpoint, only buying as much as you can sell cuts down on food waste so dramatically.
oh, for sure, especially in food service, because yeah. Like for sure in food service.
Yeah. Like, even if, yeah, because the amount of, like, I've thrown out, like, 15 pounds of meat before.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's
And
like,
like and like you know the nights when they don't do donations and it's just like we got like $200 worth of pastries that we're not doing
it's like
anything with.
spray pesticides on this so the homeless aren't digging through our trash and spreading it
Yeah,
all over the floor.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just oh yeah, I can't. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to be in charge of structuring a business because it's going to be so much fun and so well. I feel like it'll be super fun to try and to like trim all the fat out of out of like a corporate structure, but also really difficult in like the exciting, challenging way to like get that off the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to be a fantastic amount of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, I love that shit because I mean,
Yeah.
I think price, like artificially increasing the price isn't that great of a business model, just because
Mm-hmm.
it like selects for class. But I think
Yeah.
if you're selecting for like basically like availability or something, where
Yeah.
you're like this is about when most people get on their lunch break or whatever, or like
Yeah.
so if they want to come down or like these people like our product so much that they were waiting, camping out on the block for like
Yeah.
for like a minute.
Like yeah, if like what am I trying to say? Yeah, if you would what am I trying to say? If people will wait in like a 15-person line for your stuff, then you definitely can modulate the price a bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you don't
Like
even
I
have.
think
You can modulate the
how do you
price,
think
but
you
like you don't even necessarily have to because like you can just be like the reward is that like you get it and some other fucking dude who has the big baller money to spend on like a catering order or something has to
yeah.
fucking like you know that Five Guys has that, right? They don't deliver for anybody. Like Obama
Oh
wanted
yeah.
Five Guys and he had to walk down there with like the Secret Service.
Oof. Yeah, oh yeah.
They're
I
like
do
they
I
were
love
like
it when businesses are like, no, we don't do that for anyone.
they're like, "Hey, fuck you. If you
You
want
got
our
legs,
food,
Mr. President?
hey, did we vote another FDR into the White House, or can you roll your ass down to Five Guys and get a
Because
fucking
unless you
burger?"
can't get downstairs, bro, you're gonna have to come over here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well,
I
you better wheel your ass down here.
you better find the ramp, dude. We don't have one.
Mm-hmm. And like, I think they might be on Grubhub. I'd have to check, but I don't think they are on that even.
But like, I mean, but like, even I was gonna say like, I wouldn't really like, even if I like, if an aspect of my business model was that like I don't deliver, like, what am I trying to say? Unless I thought that my product would be objectively worse once it got to you, I don't really give a damn about like, because Grubhub is its own deal. You know what I mean? It's like a separate entity.
Oh yeah, they're on Grubhub. But yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, well, no, you either need to pay somebody to come pick it up from us, or like Five Guys is
like
a
that.
great business model because they don't have like inspections where like they tell you when they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
They just have like a secret and they don't have ticket times either.
Oh, okay.
So like yeah, they don't have like a clock counting down like how long an order has been on the screen. If you don't know what a ticket time is, but
Work in food service once, please.
yeah, but so basically what they do is they have like they have like these secret guest visitors come that are like hired by the company, and they're
Oh yeah, just to see how the experience is.
yeah, they're just like a secret customer, right? And so they just order
Oh
like
yeah.
a normal customer, and I think they switch it up who it is. They might just pay some
Oh
guy
yeah.
to do it.
Oh yeah. No, I figured. Yeah, they just like whoever, like
Yeah,
someone that you don't know.
I
Yeah.
assume they switch it up. They're not like it's the same guy, but like
Oh
then
no.
they
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
do a report, and if the report's good, the people working get like $100 bonus for the day.
Ooh, that's crisp. That's
Yeah,
crisp.
and it's great because it's yeah, basically like they just get rewarded for being on their shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not like their management. I'm sure their management gets some kind of reward as well, but like it's not like it's graduated to the people that make you money.
Oh yeah. No, or it doesn't go directly to like the store or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Like
like
it's like
oh, that was the
these
shit that
employees
pissed me
created the
off.
good experience. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so our GM was like, so when we do well, we get to buy nice things. I'm like, hey, when we do well,
No.
when
We should do.
when we do well, I should be doing well.
Yeah.
When we do well, you can pay me.
Yeah, like when we do well, you can give us the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like making your people buy uniforms for like food service jobs.
Oh, it's stupid.
It's like, hey,
Like if I don't like.
did I pay for the shirt that you guys gave me with the logo on it? No.
Yeah.
Am I gonna pay for non-slip shoes? No.
Like, well, I'll pay for non-slip shoes just because I can do my job without non-slip shoes. Like they're a thing for me that makes my job easier. I wouldn't call them like hard necessary though. I mean, like, or like, what am I trying to say? If you say that I should have them, then you should give them to me.
Exactly. And that's what
Yeah,
they said.
yeah.
They're like, you're a trainer now. You need non-slip shoes. I'm like, well, getting paid
Buy me
25
some.
cents more than when I started, so if you want
God, geez, I'm not really balling that hard. Like,
yeah, I was like, God, I actually did say that. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I need non-slip shoes. You know what else I need? To get paid more.
Yeah.
And then I laughed because I was like, well, you know, if you guys want to get me them, I'll wear them. But I'm not going to buy shoes that I can only wear for work if the reward for buying the shoes is that I just have the shoes now. It's like,
oh no, exactly. Like I'm like, like I'm not gonna buy shoes just to fuck up here and buy another pair in like a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom worked at McDonald's when she was in like high school or college, and she said that she went through like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes in like a year because like the grease would just eat through like the fabric, like the grease.
Oh
the
yeah. Like not like you need. Yeah.
Yeah, it would just like dissolve the like glue that held the shoe together.
And so they would like literally like fall apart.
Also, every non-slip shoe is black.
Oh yeah. I don't like that.
What I really want to get is like, I want to see if there's like a rubber that you can like spray on the bottom that makes it non-slip, and that way I can just turn my like normal shoes into non-slips.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that just because, like, well, like I guess as a dishwasher, I get like I pour a lot of gross water into my shoes by accident. You know what I mean? Like over time.
I mean, yeah, so I have a pair of like beater shoes that I dedicated as work shoes, like I just like my Converse or my work shoes, but
Oh yeah, like that's the reason I'm cool with buying non-slips is because I don't have I suppose I don't already have a pair of beater or like work shoes. You know what I mean? Like or like shoes that I just do other shit. Like shoes that I wear when I don't want to wear my other shoes. I don't have those. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I kind of I bought non-slips and now those are those shoes.
Non-slip.
Well, I guess I have 2 pairs of non-slips because someone gave me free non-slip shoes the other day. I don't know why.
Non-slip spray for shoes? Is this a thing? Adhesive spray? Let's see. Oh, non-slip shoe spray. That's great. It exists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to get that. I'm just going to be like...
like,
that way...
what was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. what was I gonna say? I feel like it's unreasonable of any job to ask you to purchase like an aspect of your uniform if
Unless
like
it's
if
like a
you didn't need like
lawyer, but like lawyers make
no, I'm
fuck you
just
money.
yeah, it's I was gonna say if I didn't need like what am I trying to say? If I didn't have to train to get the job and like to get the job, not to like learn, not like learning on the job, but if I didn't have to like train to be hired or like have any like if there's no prerequisite for you to hire me, don't ask me to buy stuff.
Oh, also
Like there's a pay line, obviously.
businesses refuse to lock down like what your duties are
Mm-hmm.
because they want you to go
Oh
above.
yeah,
They want you to go like above and
yeah.
beyond the Call of Duty so that they can make
Yeah,
more
yeah.
money for you to do the same thing that's outside of your job description.
Yeah. Like so, like I think like all like the associates are called hourly retail associates, which means you're doing whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like if they say they have like a little schedule that tells you what you're positioned as,
Mm-hmm.
but they can fucking change it around and so it means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, if you have me as a prep cook, have me as a prep cook. If you have me as a dishwasher, have me as a dishwasher. If you have me have secondary duties, have me. Oh, it's also less efficient to do that because basically, there's the idea of like specialization where like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're trained in all categories. The more you have,
Mm-hmm.
the more things you have to do, like to multitask or like manage on top of each other, the worse you do at all of them, because like just the amount of time it takes you to complete them, because like your brain needs to like lock in on the task that
Mm-hmm.
you're doing. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's one of the things I like. I kind of like about the thing I like about my one of the things I like about my current job that I legit like I get paid differently for the different things that I know how to do, and so when I clock in, I'm only doing those things pretty much.
That's great. That's a great business
Yeah.
model.
Or because I get paid like 12 an hour to I get paid like 12 an hour to host, and and also roll silverware, which is like I'm taking them for all they have.
That's
like if I want
but
no,
like
if I roll like because other people like yeah.
But
well, it's just that other
you're not taking them hand over fist because that's worth more.
oh no yeah.
I guess maybe.
Well, as far as like effort that I have to put in, like, because I was gonna say like I don't like because one of the reasons I don't like hosting, and I feel like hosting is kind of a bullshit job, is there's a lot of built-in downtime, especially when people stop coming in. So like, and I'm like in the front of the restaurant, so I can't do anything else. Like I can't read or listen to music or like whatever. Like when I'm actually hosting, but I get paid the same amount to roll silverware, and silverware rolling. Like the only reason, there are only two things I don't like. Like it solves all the other problems about hosting, and I can read, I can listen to music once I'm done rolling the silverware and whatnot. Yeah. But I can only like most people only work as a silverware roller for like 3 or 4 hours at a time or something like that.
Whoa, what? 3 or 4 hours of rolling silverware?
Well, in the morning.
Okay. So like at night when there's
like at night,
rolled.
I was gonna say at night you're.
Okay.
I was gonna say at night, like the night silverware roller is more busy just because there's a higher turnover, because the dish process is faster because like the silverware roller's job is dependent on the dish person's ability to put the silverware in, and also like because like you're not gonna wash silverware like 3 spoons at a time.
Yeah.
So like. Yeah. So it is kind of like I am kind of taking them for all they have. Or well, I'm not because I do a bunch of other stuff when I'm rolling silverware. Like I'll bust tables, I'll take out trash, like I'll do anything because I hate to sit around. But if I were really lazy about that job, I would be taking them a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But once you get paid like more than what you feel you're worth, you're gonna you're almost always gonna like the comment I always get is like you're really efficient and you don't like downtime, and I'm like, hey, so pay me more.
Like pay me enough to make me like you see how I'll do when I feel like I'm not being paid what I'm worth. Imagine if you paid me $10 more an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Or like
I'd never stop moving.
Like 3 to 5, I'd be like.
Oh yeah. I would injure myself on the job.
I would be your hiring and firing guy.
Oh no! Like I've been.
Are you about your paper? Are you about your paper? Do you want to work here? Or are you about your paper?
Like, hey, no, because that is the question. Because like, if you're about your paper, like, well, like I suppose, yeah. It's like, what am I trying to say? Like, yeah. If you're about your paper, you're gonna hold down a job, and if you don't, it's because you're not really about your paper.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I mean, and there's reasons why you don't need to be about your paper. Like, if other
Oh
people
no,
are
exactly.
getting
Like,
you that paper, whatever.
yeah, exactly. Like maybe like you
Oh,
got like
man,
some
out.
life stuff going on, and that's more important. But like, yeah. I really like the idea of like a 5-minute interview with someone. Like first 4 minutes, dead silence. You're just making like strong eye contact with them. At the end, you're like,
Are you about your paper? Are you about your
Are
paper?
you about your fucking paper?
You about your motherfucking paper? That's what I imagine like a GoPuff. That's what I imagine like a GoPuff interview is like. They're like, "Are you about your paper?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to make 15 deliveries in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, like, are you willing to hustle for those?
$15 an hour plus tips. $15 an hour plus tips.
Jesus Christ! I would run.
Yeah, it's like 14, I think, but like 14 plus tips to start. It's like, whoa, are you about your paper?
No, I would run things to your home.
You work at a convenience store with no front door.
Yeah.
You're just breaking the speed limit to get people their food in 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, no. Like I would I would be doing parkour. I would be running through traffic.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, right away.
Yeah, like right away. No, like I'm fucking walking here, like
fucking walking,
like sprinting. Like oh my god, I like
thing. I refuse to wear anything that has like a brand logo for my job. When I'm outside of work, because that's marketing for them. That's advertising.
Yeah.
And I refuse to give them advertising dollars when I'm not on the clock. So like
I was apparently during the summer, like my job does this thing where as like they refer to it as like a street team or whatever, where like they'll just send apparently a group of people out with free samples and just try and get people to come in.
See,
which is weird.
Get paid for
it. No, I was gonna say like because like if I can get paid, like it depends on how much they pay me to do that, but I could be really good at that. Like if they were like $14 an hour to stand outside for 8 hours and get people to come in, I could be really good at that for $14 an hour.
Yeah, like even when I'm like that's the other thing. The thing I really like doing is coming in early for a shift. Like early for a shift that isn't like you're working this hour to this hour, but like working but like, oh, you need to prep this food, come in and get it done. Like that's really good. Or like you're doing dishes, catch it up.
Yeah. Oh, that's something I do in my job all the time because I open dish like every weekend and like I know for a fact this weekend like both of the closing shifts for like Saturday and Sunday are like up for grabs, so we don't have a closer, and they're always like, "You want to work tonight?" And I'm like, "I won't stay and I won't close, but I'll run dish during peak hours, for like a couple hours." Like and so like I like I very much I like tasks that are like make this like be good at this for a period of time.
Yeah, that's great. But like I love stuff like that. But like here's the thing, if I'm more efficient than other people, pay me more.
Oh no, like
because like I could 100% take 6 hours to finish something that takes me 3 hours just because I want the money. But I'm sacrificing my money for you to be better,
like for everyone to be happy.
Yeah, for everyone to be happy, and like then you can also use my labor for other things. Do it. Like pay me more. Pay me more. Like guarantee me hours. Pay me more or guarantee me hours.
Like at my job we lost a bunch of dishwashers very quickly, so we only had like I think like hired we only had 4 dishwashers. Like for like and like like hired we only had 4 dishwashers, and I opened like every weekend. Like I'm pretty like I don't know what they're gonna do when I need a weekend off. Cause like I think we just hired one more dude, but it's like I'm like in like the hierarchy, like there's this middle-aged Mexican dude named Jose who he's like actually the best. He's like actually like legitimately better than me at washing dishes.
Oh, for sure. I already heard everything I need to know. Middle-aged Mexican dude, he's about his paper. Oh
no, exactly. No, like and like that's not even. I think it's like he's just got experience on me. Like because like I move faster than he does, but he like works more efficiently than I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then like it's him, and then I'm a
I'm always interested with like prep, what the most efficient order to prep things is, because
Oh yeah.
obviously, like, if the meats are frozen solid, you need to like thaw those, and then you can't do those first. But like, if you're doing a bunch of things that need a cutting board, like if you're doing fruit and it's all going in a fruit cup, like it doesn't, you don't have to worry about cross contamination. So you can just just cut it all on the same cutting board, and like you don't have to take a break in between.
Like I don't know how he does it though, because like I'll watch him in dish like before, like when I'm working something else in like the morning, and he's like at some point I go out, like the dishwasher goes out to clean the parking lot like every day, right? And he's always out to clean the parking lot like at least 20 minutes before I am, and I don't know how he does it. And I think like but what was I going to say? It's him, and then like my GM said that I'm a close second, right? So it's us at the top, and then like it's Leo, who sometimes works dish, right? Oh my gosh, I'm saying people's names. Oh right, yeah,
whatever. Last name's not there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's like Leo, who sometimes works dish. Eric, who sometimes works dish, but is like late way more frequently than I am. And then we just hired a new dude named Tim, right? So like we have like 5 dishwashers, and there's clearly like a stratification.
Oh, yeah. I won't say the name because it's minor, but
he's
a dude who works at my job. I don't even want to. I don't even want to say their name because I don't want to give them the press.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, if you've heard, you know. But basically, always drops his shifts, and then he was talking about becoming about getting paid more or like advancing to like another position, and like a manager told him, oh yeah, no, we would love for you to do that, but you need to work on not dropping your shifts every time. Like, change your availability if you're not available those days.
Oh yeah, like if you can't make it, don't say you can make it. Like it's bad for everybody.
Don't say like maybe you can make it. Like, don't be available and pick it up if you need it.
Yeah.
Or you can do it, but like
yeah.
Don't drop a shift if you said you're available.
Oh yeah, because that's the worst thing.
That's a bitch move. You're taking hours away from people who can and will work those hours.
Oh yeah, no, and like immediately when the people at the place you work, like when you said I can work tonight for sure, and if you work at a place that's busy at nights, you know what I mean, like, and you're like, psych, I can't. Immediately, everyone's having a bad time. Like as soon as
because like if they can't cover that, then it's like 2 people working line, and you need 6.
Yeah,
you can go fuck yourself because you're losing those people money. But like at the same time, if you're not paying those people more money to operate when it's busier, then, or like rewarding them for like coming in all the time and like always being about their paper.
Yeah,
like, you can't have people that are about their paper who make you money. I'm not about their paper. I'm about my paper. So
yeah, and like I suppose I'm about my job's general efficiency in a backhanded kind of way. You know what I mean? Like if you guys are making money, it means I'm making money. So because of that, I kind of care about you guys making money.
Exactly. It's like, hey, if I'm not making money for you, I'm doing things that'll make you more money in the future. Like
yeah.
Like I'm making it cleaner. I'm making it a nicer place to be in. I'm making it. Yeah. I'm doing all this stuff to fucking attract people.
Oh yeah. And like, what am I trying to say? And like all these things, well, like really, like yeah, the best thing you could get out of an employee is them being about their paper. Like,
you know who's really as far as businesses go, who's really about their paper? King Cobra. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's a tattoo parlor near us. Cash only.
Yeah.
First come, first serve, walk-ins all the time, every day.
Yeah, you can make an appointment, but really you don't really need to. I mean, unless it's big.
The thing is though, if you get an appointment, they won't give a fuck about it because like like I made an appointment and then like I came in and they're like, "Oh, you canceled that." I was like, "Sure didn't." Sure didn't. Sure didn't. And then I sat there because I was like, they don't believe me, but you know how they will believe me? If I fucking stand here and like wait until they draw the thing, and then when they say, "Do you still want it?" I say, "Fuck yeah," because I'm about my business.
Yeah, Like,
If I come in another day, I'm gonna have to pay a new security deposit because you guys weren't about your paper in that respect, or like you
yeah.
didn't have your
Oh
shit
no, but
together.
Oh
But
no,
it's like,
King Cobra's super about their paper. Like
yeah, but they're
very
like,
about
we
their
don't
paper.
do. I love the thing they have on like their front, like desk. They're like, yeah, we can do it
Mhm.
cheaper, and then it's like a skunk or
It's
something, and then like
yeah, but with no head.
with like no head. Yeah, it's so fucking
Yeah,
good.
it's like this will only cost you like $60 if you want it without the head, dude.
Yeah, it's so good. They're like,
Which is
I
yeah,
mean, and they will do that if you're like,
yeah.
but they're
If
like,
you give them $60, they'll give you a skunk with no head.
yeah, they're like, and that might be dope. That might be dope as fuck. But still,
Exactly. It'd definitely be funny as hell. I would laugh about it.
I bet that the people who work there too, if you were like, so if I flake, but I pay you exactly what the tattoo cost,
Mm-hmm.
and like if I give you like a $400 tip for like
Yeah.
a tattoo, like I want to know what the shop makes. And how can I fuck the
Oh.
shop? How can I fuck the shop and you make money? I bet that they would at least think about it.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
no, I bet you could. I bet you could do some shady stuff at King Cobra on the low, like because like
you're like, the owner's not here? Okay. Let's play ball.
let's. Oh yeah, but yeah, definitely. Because I feel like what am I trying to say? Because I feel like being about the business is crucial in a small business. But if you run like a and like when I say small, I mean under 10 people.
Mm.
Like or like
I don't know what you mean by that,
'cause,
but I feel like I might agree.
oh like
What do you mean
I
by
mean
about the business, I guess?
because being about the business being about the business is paper, I should say, right? Because like the vitality of the business is directly related to its paper, right? So I feel like you want people to be about the business's paper if you have like under 10 employees, but if you have more than 10 employees, like by which I mean like in the same building or like as a part of like the same, like you know what I mean,
Oh,
like
I feel like some pussy shit to do is like, okay, so the bear claw, right? You know the
yeah,
bear claw?
the bear
Nobody
claw.
buys the bear claw except for old people. And old people
Oh,
don't even really buy the bear claw. But the reason we have it is because that sometimes an old person wants a bear claw. We're going to get rid of it as soon as all the old people die. You're not about your paper. You're not about your paper if you're like,
yeah.
let's cater to everybody who wants to shop here. No.
No, like we're wasting money. They're like
That's my money that I'm
because
getting.
like yeah,
That's
like
my money that
yeah,
you're
because like
spending on these people who aren't gonna buy the shit.
because like I'll eat a bear claw if you give me a bear claw for free. Like
Yeah, exactly.
but I can't like realistically I don't see myself paying for a bear claw at any time in the near future.
I'll go a step further. I wouldn't eat a bear claw if it was given to me for free, which it is every night because nobody buys it and you can take whatever you want because it's trash and they write it off on their taxes. But if you write it off on your taxes and you're not paying me more because of it,
Yeah.
not about your paper, not about your employees'
Not
paper, which means you're not about
yeah.
your paper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like yeah. If you're not about your employees' paper, you're not about your own paper. You really aren't. You really aren't.
Like if you don't want to invest in the people that make you money.
Yeah.
You are not about your paper. If you have a single problem, if you have a single problem with people having commitment, it's because you're probably not about their paper.
Oh no, exactly.
It's like yeah.
No, it's like if you lose people all the time, it's because you're not about their paper.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you don't care enough about them to pay them what they bring. Or alternatively, you can't pay them enough.
Which means you shouldn't be hiring. You shouldn't say we can hire people.
Yeah, exactly. You should be like, I will run this shit show by myself because I will make money.
Exactly.
But I can't afford to have anybody else put up with the shit.
Like it's really like it's what am I trying to say? It's very thoroughly like both like economically and like ethically unsound to like operate at a scale you can't afford.
Let me do an impression for you because I don't want to say the dude's name, but the restaurant business is so easy. Fuck off less you're about your paper. Fuck off less. The restaurant business is easy.
Oh yeah,
You know the guy, but
yeah, I know the guy.
but that's such a lame. No, it's not, because people
Yeah,
are
no, it's
easy.
hard.
Like it's easy
No,
when people
exactly.
are shit faced on a Friday night, but
Yeah,
because
but outside of that, like deciding where to eat, like if you want me to come to your starting a restaurant seems like a very hard thing to do. Actually, like I think starting a restaurant is different than like it's like I would argue it's harder than like a software development startup or something like that.
I don't know. As long as you know what you're like, I feel like it's the same as starting any business where you have to have like some iconography, like a giant principle locked down, like
Mm-hmm.
a bit
But I
as far as like legitimate paperwork, I would agree. But
Yeah. Oh, and also like I don't like I think like what am I trying to say? I think like well in the particular microcosm of food service like what am I trying to say? Sourcing like good food and then storing good food is like it's a situation, and then also like I'm just like thinking about me specifically like why do I eat at the places I eat at? Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I heard about them. Like it's either I heard about them and I'm trying them, or like they have good food and I've gone there for a while. You know what I mean?
okay, this is why I eat at a like why I eat at a business. If I feel like the people there usually are like they give a fuck, but like not too much. Like I don't want a
Mm-hmm.
slave. I don't want to pay $10 to have a slave for an hour. Like,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
if I'm buying if I'm at a Chinese buffet, I don't want somebody
Yeah.
pouring my water because that's slave shit. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh
that.
no, that is slave shit.
Fuck
It is
that.
slave shit to pour water for other people.
Like literally, I want to do as much of the work as possible
Oh
to
yeah.
pay as little as I have to
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
for food that is
Like
as
it's
good
that
as
Bill
it
Burr
can
bit.
be. What's
I
that?
believe we talked about that Bill Burr bit that one time.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Like hey,
I
like
kind of have the opposite opinion of him.
oh no, yeah. I was gonna
But
say it's like yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah.
hey, if I want to do like, I don't want to have to be like, give me a fork. I want to be like, I'm gonna pick up the fucking
Where are the forks?
yeah, where are the
Yeah,
forks? Or
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
or just pick up a fork because like
yeah.
if I
I
drop
think
my fork on the
yeah.
ground, I don't want to be like, did I do that? And then like have to
Like,
have
can
it
I get another one, please? Like, yeah. No, it's
like
yeah.
the economic cost to me for getting up off my ass and getting a new fork is way less than having to having to like call over another person.
Oh, to like take someone else's time because like they're being paid for their time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like no,
Or well,
fuck
like their
that.
time to get or someone. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like what was like I feel like both your problem both like the problem you're describing and the problem Bill Burr described. They're like it's about like businesses should very properly they should very judiciously establish and then very properly specify the boundaries of what is and is not their duty. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
saying like
what do we do? What do you do? Like yeah.
like for example, where we
Mm-hmm.
worked, where I work.
Mm-hmm.
If you want your food, you have to pick it up. We won't run it to your table.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a sandwich box, it's right next to where you pick up your food. The
Yeah.
enforcement of you have to pick up your food is 100% unless like you have a disability where you can't.
Yeah, like if you're in a chair of some kind, a mobile chair, like someone will probably help you out. But like outside of that,
Or like if you have too many plates and you're a high rolling customer, you got
yeah,
the caper
yeah,
to do it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's usually not like a standard employee. It's like a manager because they're like they care about your
They've got
business
time to
more than
waste.
yeah, exactly. All of it, all of the time they have to waste. But shit. Um, yeah, but like the enforcement of a sandwich, like you
Wait,
pick up your.
Jesus Christ, is this what time it is? Hold on.
Yes, it is. We've been talking for like 5 hours.
Holy shit! I have to get ready for school. I have to take a shower.
All right. Yeah, I'll just wrap up
Oh,
this
my
thought.
bad.
Then. I'll wrap up this thought.
Yeah,
We
please do. My bad,
can
John.
keep
My
talking
bad.
about the Holy Mountain and also someone else we should hit on next episode.
Yeah.
Shit.
We can talk about that genre thing that we.
Labels and genres, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if your
Yeah.
enforcement of pick up your own plasticware, pick up your own to-go bags, like for the food you didn't eat, is I'll get it for you even though it's right in front of you. I feel like that's disrespectful because, like,
Oh yeah.
it's like,
You shouldn't do things for people that they can do for themselves, because you're only, what am I trying to say? You're only making them less independent.
it's like, yeah, do you want to ask every single time if the solution to your problem is right in front of you and you can learn? Because also, theoretically, you could pay less for your food if I'm doing less for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, inversely, if I'm doing more for you, I should be getting paid more.
Oh, for sure.
And that's really the heart of what we're about here. We're about our
That's
paper.
we are about your paper, and I feel like that's
Pirates of
the only
Paradise.
sound business model.
We're a bunch of goddamn pirates. Quara'e has to
what
go
are
to pirate
pirates?
school.
I do have to go to pirate school. I have to learn to swashbuckle.
The last thing with pirates, I was so fucking scared when I was designing like the logo stuff because I realized that since you're in Pittsburgh and our name is pirate related, I had to like take very I had to take a lot
deliberate
of
precaution.
Precaution not to have any iconography similar to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Thank you, John, for being very careful about that. Because I was going to say, not trying to shout out any sports teams.
Yeah, not unless they're going to pay us.
Not, please pay us. I'll shout them out all day. We get a paycheck. Seriously, like
Pirates of Paradise. John.
Okay. Quara'e, it's been real. It's been very real.
Fuck off, less you're about your paper. Fuck off, less you're about your paper.